Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Ranger Roundtable. Yes, hi. Welcome to my forest. This is our weekly talk show kind of thing, I guess. So far, this is, I think, episode 5? 4? I don't remember. But previous sessions, we've discussed the classics, where I got a lecture about them. We discussed isekai manga and K-pop. There was one episode where me and Ava literally for like an hour and a half just were sharing which manga to read. With Sheriff, we just talked. I don't know. We talked about like work VTubers. Like there is no pattern to this thing. But first, yeah, there isn't.
I think like last time I remember like coming on one of your talk shows like before. I think we just sort of like chatted up like just casually.
I think. What was it? No, I think we were doing ranking. That's what we
Yeah,
did.
we were doing ranking.
That's
right.
different
yeah,
though, because
yeah.
like I actually prepared and I had stuff for this. For this Ranger Roundtable, it's just me chatting shit with a bunch of people in my house. I guess that's fine. But yeah, cool. For those of you who don't know me, I mean, y'all know me at this point, but I'm Sylfania. I'm your Ranger Elf. Forgot words. A bilingual variety streamer. There we go. That is the shortest way to explain what I do.
Exactly.
And Danny, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Danny, the zombie boy. I know I don't look like one. I have multiple forms I like to go through. I like to typically play like retro games. I like to build like Gumplas. I'm currently getting into like mini painting, and also like just other variety stuff. TTRPGs also sometimes. I run a little cyberpunk game with some friends.
That's pretty cool. How
Yeah.
many episodes do you have in your Cyberpunk game at this point?
About 5 right now.
Oh, nice,
Got like 5
nice,
sessions. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I can't believe our D&D campaign. So Danny also plays D&D on this channel and has been since 2023. Sessions have been once in a while, mostly because I, as a DM, am lazy. And
You've
I'm
been
like,
doing it since 2023. Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah.
That hurts.
It was day one. Day one was like when I started my affiliate. It was on February 14th, Valentine's Day, episode 1. I remember that. That was fun. That was before I met my current boyfriend, so that was great. I had so much time on my hands, so much prep to do. Now I'm just so busy. But anyway, I reckon we're nearing like the final arc of the campaign anyway, so it's probably gonna end soon. One day. But we're at episode like 45, 44, 43. Don't remember. But yeah, this is pretty fun.
It's been a while. Oh my god.
Yeah, it has been a while. But yeah, cool. Very dope. But yeah,
Are we?
I think we are.
Am I dope? Am I cool?
I think you're cool.
No, I'm not.
But yeah,
Joking.
Daddy and I have known each other for a while before both of us were streaming, I think. Because we were...
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, we met before...
When did we first start?
Before either of us was streaming, because we met at Gabe's, like, D&D table.
Yeah, it was, Gabe. Like, I think I basically sort of just asked Gabe, like, hey, can I, like, join in? Because I would really, I really wanted to get into, like, a D&D game.
Yeah.
Just really badly. Just one.
Yeah.
And that introduced me to his group with you in it. And a few of our other mutual friends.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's how we met. I think our first campaign was Agravar, was it? I don't remember. But anyway, we were playing for a while. I think it was like not the beginning of COVID, but like end tail of the lockdown when we met up. And then And then I started streaming in 2022 with just purely in Russian. And I know you and Gabe, I'm rewatching my old VODs. You and Gabe like popped in. It doesn't show chat because I didn't know how to do it back then. I was still in Stream Elements. You and Gabe popped in, and I would like remember switching from Russian to English to chat to you and Gabe in chat. And I think after that, you went into VTubing, and I was still full facecam streaming. But then I really thought like that being a VTuber is really cool. So I think I because you became a VTuber, I was like, oh wait, I can be if he can be a zombie, I can be an elf. So I became VTuber because of you. So it's like it's a samsara circle of inspiration.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I think for me it was like I started streaming. I've never shown my face on stream. I've only I just did like faceless for like a little bit in the beginning, mostly
Mm.
just so I could like get a like a grasp of streaming to see
Oh,
if like was
jeez.
something I would
Right.
like doing, if
Yeah.
it was something I could be like good at or not. And then I just sort of like delved deep into just VTubing.
Oh yeah, and Danny, you're like from my two senses. While I call Sheriff the collab king, because I don't think he actually plays any games on his own. Every time I see him streaming something, it's always with other people. He's so good, and he knows so many people. It's insane, and he's like very good at reaching out to
Y-
people. I would call
Yeah.
you the social media king. Or Queen,
Oh
if you'd
really?
like, because every time I'm either on X or on Blue Sky, I always see your posts, and I'm like, how is Danny like already on this like new trend that just came out between VTubers? How is that like? I see a
I
new trend of like Danny's gonna do something for this trend
I
for
just
sure.
I'm just bored at work sometimes, and I'm just like, what can I do for this? I can do this.
Yeah,
Like occasionally, I like to try to put out like a meme a day. A lot of times, I
Jesus.
just find some memes or something, and I try to figure out like how can I put myself into it.
But what I mean is like I always see them and they're always super creative, and I'm like, I would never think of this. Danny is amazing. So yeah, like that's my sort of recent. I mean, I knew you were always pretty good at it, but like now you've like I think you're peaking at like basically your skill level is very high, Danny. You've maxed it.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm just having fun still. Just
Yeah,
kind of doing my thing.
bitch, take the compliment. I'm throwing compliments at you.
I'm
You take
sorry.
it.
I have a hard time doing it. I didn't get a whole lot when I was growing up. Okay.
That's fine. Neither have
That's
I.
fine.
It's fine as
Eh.
well. But I think I sort of went the other way. I haven't really gotten many compliments as a kid. And so instead of that, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? I'm gonna shower my friends in compliments. And they're gonna be sincere. And until I make you cry, I'm not gonna stop. It's like, there we go. I'm gonna attack you with compliments. And they're not gonna be fake ones. They're gonna be sincere as shit.
No, please.
Yeah, I'm worse when I'm drunk. You do not want to sit next to me during a dinner or something when
Fuck
I'm
you.
drunk.
You okay?
Because I'm a cover you in compliments. And they're gonna be like, it's not the type, like, you know when somebody says, oh, you're so pretty, you're like, yeah, they're just lip service. And then there's me who's waxing poetic with details, and you're like, that's too much effort to be just lip service. God damn it, does she actually think this about me? And I'm like, yeah, I won. They're crying. Let's go. Next person, next victim.
Honestly, if I ever had to like say anything about like social media, I think like honestly, I feel like I kind of have to. I feel like I may have to like take a step away from like doing like social media so much, because I really want to try to do more like videos and video editing stuff. I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been thinking about doing it for the last 8 years, and have I
yeah.
done it? No.
No,
But that's
I'm
me.
actually.
I'm just a lazy bitch. I
Uh,
guess.
I got a plan though. I'm sorting out though. I'm already
Oh,
trying to like work on
nice,
something.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. I mean, I've the first few videos of my YouTube channel are like basically my no commentary playthrough of Dragon Age, which I edited like to skip a lot of like me in the menu
I think
reading what the spells were. I'm
I
like,
think I
that's
remember.
boring. That's boring.
I
Skip.
think
And just continue to like the conversations and stuff to make it a bit of a
I think I think I remember your old YouTube channel actually.
oh no.
I remember the role plays you did.
Oh god, I thank god I privated that shit. I'm not that's not gonna
I saw those before you did. I
Yeah,
watched them.
yep. That was before this
The
became a VOD channel.
cosplays.
Yeah. I
I
just
thought those were cute. I really love those.
I know, but they were a lot like I was younger then and I had a lot of free time. Oh man, it's fucking age, man.
Uh,
It just hits you like a wall of bricks.
I understand the feeling though. I have a lot of videos I've privated now, like that I look back on. I'm just like, oh, what the fuck was I thinking with this shit?
It's cringe. I just embrace, yeah.
Cringe.
I just embrace the cringe at this point. I give up. I'm like, fuck it. I'm
Just
cringe.
be
Deal
part
with
of the
it.
cringe.
Deal with it. I'm cringe. I guess I just am. I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I was just mentioning like
Nah,
age.
forget it.
Yeah, age creeps up on you, and yeah, I feel like in the last year or two, I've just been really stressed with like, why are you crying? I fed you and I gave you water. Go away. You ate the shoe today, you bitch.
Ah,
Yeah,
cutie though.
there's a reason why we're talking about this, I'm just gonna repeat the story. So before we started the stream, I told Danny the story, but today, I sort of was on a computer doing some work, and then I come out and I don't see the dog for a while, and I know when I don't see him for a while, he's not within my eyesight, he's doing something naughty. And I go into the bedroom and I see like bits of like ripped up thing, and I'm like, what is this? And I find my boyfriend's shoe like in his bed.
Aw.
And he's nowhere near the shoe, but thankfully it was a shoe he was gonna throw away, so he was like, that's fine, he can have it. But I'm like, no, because that shows a precedent of eating our shoes and that he can do it to the shoes we actually like. So I was like, no, I'm gonna punish him for it. So I grab the shoe, I come up to the dog, and he's in the living room and he hears me coming. He's so happy, he runs up to me, sees the shoe in my hand, and bolts. And I'm chasing him along the house with the shoe, and I'm videotaping it, and then he crawls under the bed, and it was so funny because he like turns
It's
around,
so cute,
coming, and,
though.
oh no, Mom, oh no, like he knows he fucked up.
He borked up. He barked up.
He borked up. He borked up, but nah, it's okay. You know, I punished him a little, and now I'm petting him, and he's being a little bitch, because every time I stream and I talk, he gets annoyed that I'm not paying attention to him. Like, he's biting my collar, like, my sleeve and shit, because he, you know, he's bored. I don't know, it's only when I'm streaming. I think it's because I'm talking. Like, if I'm quietly sitting, he won't do anything, but if he hears me talking, he's like, "Where are you talking to me, ma'am? Who are you talking to?
You don't love me, Mom.
Yeah, basically, he's in that phase. But yeah, I've been taking him for walks 3 days in a row. His leg is almost healed properly. He doesn't limp anymore, so that's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need a surgery anymore, so I'm not gonna have sudden $5,000 bills.
Honestly, I've been thinking about like maybe I should get like my own like pet or something. I really want to like get like a pet though.
Yeah, I think dogs though, one thing is I held off on getting a dog until I started living with my boyfriend who is working from home. Because having a dog and then leaving him at home alone for hours on end, I did that before when I was in high school, but it's not very good for the dog. So either get a cat, because cats don't give a shit whether you're home or not, or or like a fish or a turtle or rabbits, because you can keep rabbits in like an enclosed cage.
Well,
you can let them out.
You can let them out to hop around. You can't let them be alone, though.
No, but so you get like 2 rabbits, but they're not very big, and they usually don't grow very big, and you can let them to hop like around the flat, but you can always just pop them in the cage and leave them there, right? So I think dog is like the one animal I think I would not. Stop biting me! I'm talking, Archie. I would not leave home alone for hours on end, especially if you're getting a puppy, because puppy is like a toddler. I've gone through this twice now in my life, but yeah, having a puppy is a full time like having a toddler. You wake up at 7 a.m. You need to take him out to poo like 3 times a day. It's a constantly watching him so he doesn't kill himself. And I think by the time they turn about 6 months, they're kind of independent, but it is the potty schedule that's just really stressful. Once you figure out the potty schedule, then yeah, they're fine. Then they're just naughty. And they jump out windows like fucking idiots. But yeah, I would advise if you sort of live alone and you have extended work hours, get a cat.
Get a cat. Yeah,
get a cat.
Probably. I don't know. A part of me says get a cat, but also a part of me is like, I still, I don't know. I've been thinking about like I want a rat though lately.
I've never had an experience with anybody who owned a rat, so I don't know if they get lonely or naughty when you're not home.
They do get lonely from what I've been like learning about them. I really honestly, I think I want a rat just because I have my own little pet rat, my own. Hold on, where is he?
You mean you're like your mascot?
My mascot, my TTS mascot.
What's his name?
There he is.
Do you have a name?
Pablo.
Pablo.
Yeah, this is Pablo. I don't know if you can see him or not.
No, I can see him. I can see him. Yeah, pops up.
Yeah, there's Pablo.
Yeah, Archie. Pablo. I don't know. You can't see him because I don't use him in VTube Studio. I use a separate like TTS program for him. But I have the tiny Archie sitting on a chair next to you, Danny. That is my mascot. Also, Garrettson. It's Garrettson's birthday tomorrow.
Garrettson?
In chat, just said evening. It's his birthday tomorrow, so wish him a happy birthday.
Oh, hi, Garrettson. Happy birthday soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. It's having a birthday in like on a weekday. You're like, yeah. But we're actually gonna party the Saturday, right? It's like, yeah, because
Yeah.
most of us are like working adults at this point, and you're like, I ain't got time to party during a weekday. Ain't no way. But yeah, that should be fun tomorrow.
Can I like put it on my head like this?
You trying to make him a hat or
Yeah.
a bow tie,
Just
a
like a
hair
little
tie?
hat.
Oh, like a hair
Little
tie.
rat.
No, like a little rat hair tie. Rat
He's just
hair
a little
tie.
rat in my hair, just like in there.
Yeah, I can never, like, I have this redeem where, like, it puts horns or hats on my head. They never sit properly, so I just accept it, and I'm like, screw it. I go with it.
It just looks
it's
weird.
It's a wonky hat. Let's go.
I think I remember you trying to, like, what is it? Do you have your dark elf redeem still?
Oh god, yeah. The Sylfania. It turns me pink, and I think the reason is because my VTube studio, like, when I'm tabbed out, something weird is going on with the lighting. And so it does recolor, but it doesn't do the shades. Like the shading that you need for the Dark Elf. Unless I am like, if I click on VTube Studio, the shading comes back, and then I can, yeah. It makes you, see, it changes the lighting. So, because I had VTube Studio as my main, it did it. There was no pink Fania. But if I'm playing a video game and VTube Studio is, like, minimized, I don't know why it does that. I even run everything in admin mode, and it still does that. But yeah, now we're dark, and it's gonna take about...
We're in the darkness.
Yeah, it's gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes for this to stop.
5 to 10 minutes.
It's because that's the only way I could figure out to get the skin color to be right, and to do the, like, I remember sitting down and doing the recolor of the model with all of the layers. And honestly, I did this like 2 years ago. Do not ask me to do this again. I do not remember. I did the eyes easily, and then the skin, I was like, it kept being a wrong hue, and I was like, no, I don't know. I don't want to fully recolor it. So I was like, okay, let's play with the shade and with lighting.
I just like to imagine you're just like this, your arm just like extra skin or something, or maybe it's just more like a veil or something you have.
Yeah, I think if it's like zoomed out enough, like when I'm doing my gaming, you can't really see, so you think it's skin because it's the same color. I tried to make it like, I think because the green and the green I could make black, but the purple I could not make dark. So I was like, screw it, I'll just make it skin colored. You know, it makes the illusion. Hey, you know what? It's the cheap way of not getting a second mod. Cause I'm broke.
Be a cheap bitch, okay?
Listen,
it's okay. It's okay if you're a broke bitch.
I'm not fully broke, but I gotta pay rent in London, which means I'm basically broke.
Honestly, oh god, fucking, what is it about, like, trying to pay for everything's expensive nowadays. Everything's expensive.
Yeah. So, like, when I'm, like,
just trying to live.
You know, people are just like, hey, I have savings. I'm like, yeah, no. No such thing. Paycheck to paycheck, my dude. I have some, but all of my savings are, like, locked in bonds so that I can get an extra income a month. Otherwise, I can't afford my rent. So I'm like, here we go. No dipping into savings. Living paycheck to paycheck. Savings are there for a house that I'll never have. Let's go. But that's the life of the 30-year-olds in 2025. That's what 30-year-olds feel like.
That is the life of being 30. We're hags now. That's what people call us.
Yeah.
We're the hag life.
We're the broke hags. You know, D&D hags have it better than us because they actually have a cabin in the woods. They have real estate.
They get real estate.
We don't have fucking real estate. They don't have fucking real estate.
You think we can afford real estate in this day and age?
And it's magic real estate that can, like, you know... They have a whole swamp. Like, do you know Swamp has its own great ecosystem? Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, like, what is it? It's medieval times, technically, in, like, D&D world.
Yeah.
Those are, like, back in the times where, like, people could just, like, set up an area and be like, yeah, this is where I live now.
Yeah! What the No, well, they couldn't. Technically, I mean... In very ancient times, they could. In any kind of civilization, there was always some asshole who was like, yeah, this land is mine. And if
but where? I didn't see your name on it.
No, if they find out that you set up a house here, some local lord can drag their tax collector and be like, yo, you can have a house on this land, but you have to pay me a tithe. You have to pay me a tax. That's what taxes have always been a thing. Death and taxes. You can't escape that. It's just
this
nowadays.
Is how we know taxes are lies, and we should all be trying to evade them. It's all just a fucking. It's all a scheme, okay?
It's all scam.
It's all a scam.
Yeah, but the idea was like the taxes used to go to like before, at least I know in England. I don't know about other places, but it was always like there's a feudal law how certain noble families would own a piece of land, and while the king or queen or whatever monarch used to own, I believe, the country, the the land itself, the taxes were paid not to the crown but to the nobles, and then the nobles paid the crown, and that was until like the divine right of kings. Like there was some restructuring where at some point the king owned all the land, and the nobles weren't happy with that, and then I'm not sure who owns what. Yeah, medieval subletting. So it's called, I don't know who owns what now with the presidents and shit. I'm not good at politics. Okay, I don't understand it.
I don't get it either.
Nah.
Listen, why do we gotta pay money for to the IRS and for fucking I don't know healthcare and shit? Why can't it be for something like chicken nuggies? Things we actually like.
Do you know that your tax actually does pay for chicken nuggets, but for the poor?
Well, I wanted to. I need better chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
Why is it not paying for like dogs to get more head pats?
I'm not sure, but I know in the UK, the seeing eye dogs are part of the. I think they're part of the NHS, and technically their training is paid for.
The Happy Meal tax. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, I feel like technically, if you're talking about working dogs, taxes go to the NHS, which is National Health Service in the UK, and then they get paid from there. So I assume the head pats you get are paid for by your dollars or your taxpayer.
And then it goes off to some other rich dude's wallet.
That
tries to avoid the taxes.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Bezos.
It's really, really funny. It's really funny how I moved to this country, and I came from Russia, right, where corruption is like a given. Like, what do you mean you can run a government without corruption? There has to be a certain level. You just don't want the corruption to get too bad, because then nothing will get done. But there is always an underlying current of corruption. There has to be one. And then I moved to Middle East, where I was like, I have no idea how the politics here works, but I assume it's not only corruption, it's corruption and connections. So it's nepotism and corruption. And so when I moved to the UK and people here are all complaining about the government not being righteous and shit, and like, oh, they're stealing our money, I'm like, well, duh, that's their job. They went, what do you mean? It's like, it's a job of the government to make your life difficult. It's like if the government wasn't there, your life would be on easy mode, but they don't want to make you look like a scrub, so they make your life run on hard mode. And if you beat their life on hard mode, it gives you a better sense of achievement than if you did it on easy mode. And everybody looks at me as if I'm fucking insane. But it's true, isn't it?
And then we get the fucking, what is it, the UK facial.
Oh god, that shit. Now. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think everybody started panicking about it way too much. The UK already has facial recognition software, and they've had it for years. Your face, you've flashed your face enough, the government knows everything there is to know about you. This is just an extra annoying level, but it's like, it's now they're not pretending not to know about it. Now they're like, yeah, no, we're outright just doing it.
What upsets me though is that they're using like third-party like corporation for the software that they're trying to use for all this shit, all this data collecting, and I'm like, you guys are asking for everybody to get their information stolen if you're using third-party.
Listen, do you think like the OG government like websites and storage systems are impregnable? Nah. If somebody wants to steal your identity, they're gonna steal your identity. There ain't gonna be shit you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do.
Honestly, there's nothing you can do about it. And honestly, these days we are so broke. What is the fucking point? Like, we're not rich enough to have our identities stolen.
What? Why the fuck do we live in like the most boring cyberpunk dystopia? Why couldn't we get the cool one with all the cyber limbs and stuff like that? That would have been nice.
Yeah, and the sexy android ladies, like.
Exactly.
I know. But
that's why
it's because Harambe died. We're in the worst timeline.
Fuck! That's really what it started.
Yep, it's Harambe's fault. I mean, if he lived, we would have lived in the new cyberpunk. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that's my transition to I do a cyberpunk campaign.
Yeah.
You've been doing your own campaign as well, actually. We've been doing our own campaign separate from the one that we're both in together.
Yeah. I think, no, it's not really a campaign. I've just ran a few Daggerheart one-shots. But
Yeah.
like
Oh,
I've
is it one shot? I thought it was a campaign. My
no,
bad.
I ran a one shot on my birthday, and the people who were involved liked it so much. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a Halloween one shot. People liked it so much, so like do a Christmas one, and I'm like, all right, well, I want to do something else. Like I want to play like Red Dragon in on Christmas, like in December. You're invited, by the way. I'll send you details if you want to come along, because it's a like a
Oh.
big multiplayer game. Where on Tabletop Simulator, it's kind of like the game. Literally, there's a video which is 7 minutes. It explains everything you need to know how to play the game. It's basically you go in a tavern, you have gold, you have your constitution, and then you have your alcohol level. And the point of the game is to buy drinks for other people, make them drink them, and then get their constitution to drop to their alcohol level so they pass out and get kicked out of the game, or so they lose all their money and get kicked out of the pub because they're broke, and the last
Oh
man
my god.
standing wins. That's the whole point of the fucking game, and it's hilarious.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's so good. Like I
Honestly,
start,
you could
yeah.
make that into a real drinking game. I feel.
Oh no, you'll die. You'll die. Cause I played it at like Vivi's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was very late for me, and there was a lot of people that got very confused. But I do remember, like the rules. I picked him up within the first hour, so it wasn't that difficult. And there were like 15 of us or something, so it's a very big multiplayer game that you can do.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of the plan for Christmas, and then I might do a Valentine's Day one shot because I feel like for Daggerheart you could do a campaign, but I started one for my boyfriend and his friends, and then his friends was it flaked out, and I was like, oh, I wrote all of
Oh
this shit.
well.
Because unlike D&D, where you can kind of like make an episode as you go along, for Daggerheart, for campaign-wise, the way it works, you need to create acts and beats, because you need to know, it's like you're making a TV series or a movie. So you kind of need to think it through completely, almost. And so I spent all that time making that campaign, and then they just flaked out on episode 3, and I was like, alright, well, got really sad and disappointed, so I'm like, I'm doing that anymore, I'm gonna do one-shots. But, I don't know, maybe it'll develop into something later, who knows.
For me, with like Cyberpunk, it's been like I have to. It they oftentimes explain like how to like make like beats charts and stuff like that, where like say like you have like some like event happens or conflict, and then I have to like sort of like come to like how does it continue from there. Luckily though, with Cyberpunk though, I'm able to kind of go at it like basically like D&D, where I could just make something for like the next session. It doesn't have to be like a continuous story. It can just be like a bunch of missions that they just go on whenever they
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like.
I mean, you
Hmm.
could run Daggerheart that way as well, but I enjoy a cinematic experience. What can I say?
Hmm.
But I did find for Daggerheart, because a lot of it is reliant on player storytelling. So a lot of it is like I don't need to build a world because the players are like, this academy's name is this, and I'm like, oh, explain to me who is your rival, and they make me a character, and I'm like, great. I don't have to make them. But because of that, like, doing maps and everything else is a bit difficult because you don't know where it's gonna end up. But if you plan to play it fully in like theater of the mind, Daggerheart is so much easier. There's a lot less math. There's a lot less um
From
uh,
what you've explained, like so far, it's been like it sounds like it's really simple just to kind of just pick up.
oh yeah, no, it's a little bit complicated because it's very different. Like it's different from D&D in the way your character sheet is built. But the idea is I run D&D the same way, which annoys people in game a lot, which is the rule of cool. The hand wave it. Why are we bothering about the metaphysics of this? Just do it.
I
And
don't.
then they're like, no, 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 and you're like, okay, okay, okay.
Gabe is always so fucking like.
I get it. It's
No,
no,
it's
no.
not what the rule says.
It's okay. It's the tism. It
I
happens.
know.
I know. I live with the tism too. It's you can't help it. I understand, so I'm not mad. But like my style of DMing is more of tell me how you feel. How are you feeling this situation? What are your feelings like? And I'm like, oh, cool, you rolled really badly, but your feelings are good. How can we spin it to, like, make something cool happen? You don't succeed, but let's make something cool happen. And Daggerheart is all about that shit. Like, a lot of the spells and, like, even armor, I think it starts, like, the way to explain it is already, the difference, is how in D&D you have armor proficiencies, and like different classes and different races can wear different armor for various reasons. In Daggerheart, a mage can have plate armor, but it's not really plate armored, right?
Hmm.
The plate armor is the way you can spin it is you got the stats of plate armor, which is a lack of I think it was a lack of evasion. So you're easier to hit but harder to damage. And the way they explain it is like, as a wizard, you're just constantly maintaining like a shield spell. So obviously you can't move as quickly because you're concentrating on the shield spell. But then when you're actually hit, the shield deflects it like a plate armor would. And you're like, huh, that's a great explanation. That's a great flavor. The stats are still the same, but you can technically do it. So yeah, and I quite like the system of HP, which is a lot better than D&D, because in D&D you can have somebody with 200 HP and you just keep whittling at them and they're just fine. But in Daggerheart, you have like certain like health points, and then if you're like a big strong hunk of a man or a woman, or whatever gender you prefer, whenever you get hit, like for example, you're easy to hit because you're huge, right? But then the damage that's done to you like bounces off your freaking tan oily skin. If you're a skinny tiny wizard, you're easy to hit, and when you're hit, you are hit hard. But if you're like a rogue, you're just nearly impossible to hit. So it kind of makes it more even, and because you have so little health and there's so many things that drop health, drop stress, it's much more deadly. And I think I like the death system. I only had to do it once in the one shot, and it was crazy. So you know how in D&D, when you drop to 0, you just go unconscious, and you do roll your death rolls, but that's basically, unless you roll nat ones, that's like 6 rolls you do, right? Or 6 turns for the other players to come and stabilize you or wake you up or heal you or something. In Daggerheart, ain't no such thing. If you are on your last health point, unless one of the members, which is like only 2 classes in game, can actually heal you, you don't go unconscious. You make the decision. You have 3 things you need to do. Your choices between, number 1, you choose to go unconscious, but then you get a scar, which is basically you have 6 hope with which you can cast your spells and do your shit like abilities and stuff. You permanently lose 1 slot, and there's no way to like make it come back. And if you lose all of your hope, you stop adventuring. Basically, you quit because you're too depressed. You don't have any hope, so you're just like, right, guys, I quit. I quit adventuring.
I have depression.
I've went unconscious and have so many scars. I lost a leg. I lost an arm. I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna go retire in a village somewhere and make cheese. And there you go. That's the end of your adventuring. Or, which is a safe option, because then the enemies aren't gonna coup de grace you like you're unconscious.
That's a safe option of like this character's story has come to an end.
Yeah, but you can only you can only do it 6 times. If you do any more, if you go any more unconscious than 6 times, you're fucked. Like that's it. You just make a new character. However, there's a second option, which is really cool, which is called Blaze of Glory, which means you die, like full on dead, but whatever you do, like it's usually something you can do in a final battle. Whatever you want to do, automatically succeeds in crits. But you die. That's why it's called Blaze of Glory. So if your party was fighting this huge dragon and it's the last episode of your campaign anyway, the big bad, and then, you're dropping to 0 points, but you see that your party is screwed, you can be like, hey, can I do this cool shit? Like, full on die, but killing blow to the dragon. I'm like, okay, no need to roll. It auto crits, but tell me what you want to do. That's a cool option. But the third one is the most insane. It's called just roll for it. Right? So you have 2 dice. You have hope and fear. Both d12s. You roll them on the board. If your hope die is higher, you get back up. With whatever's on the hope die is how much HP and stress you get back. Oh. If your fear die is higher, you insta die, nothing else happens. So it's just gambling.
Oh, fuck.
It's just gambling. It's insane.
Let's go gambling.
So there's a safe option safe option that you can only use 6 times in total during the campaign. There is a option where you die but auto crit, and then there is the just gamble, which is woo! It makes going unconscious a lot more dangerous than it is in D&D, because like in D&D you go unconscious like again, all right, like. Cool.
Just res me back up again. I'll
go
down.
Normal
down.
afternoon. Yeah, normal afternoon. It's fine.
And then you take a long rest, and then somehow you're all better after sleeping for like 8 hours.
So long rest and short rest in Daggerheart is also like you can you don't go all the way to full. You have to choose certain things. Like it just, I don't know. It just gives it a lot more. It's a lot more punishing in a way, but also a lot more rewarding because there's a lot more cool shit you can do.
So this is similar to like what Cyberpunk does, where it's like damage is still kind of carried over to the next day, you still you heal like a normal person would, basically.
Yeah, no, in Daggerheart there's a little bit of like obviously more magic-y healing and stuff, but no, I just enjoy the system a lot more than I do D&D. Unfortunately, because it's quite a new system, there aren't that many like online tools for it. There are a few,
Oh yeah.
but like yeah, I actually have a book with all the cards, like physical cards. So if
I
people,
heard you're using basically tabletop simulator or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
were
yeah.
you?
So some amazing person with some crazy tism made a mod that contains everything you need to play.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing it didn't have was the art, but because I have the free like PDF with my purchase of my thing, I found a way to like add the art to the cards. So that's it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I meant was like, you know, like D&D Beyond has like, oh, you can calculate encounters and stuff. Daggerheart has some stuff, but like, you know, it's a new system. It's only been out like a year and a half or something, so it's not.
Oh, I thought it was much older.
No. It came out in Critical Role like a year ago.
Okay.
I've only seen books about it.
It's Critical Role. Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Of course
They
it would
designed
be.
it. They designed it, and they played a campaign called Age of Umbra, which is kind of based on, like Elden Ring vibes, in a dark,
Age of
grim, dark
Umbra?
world. They had like an 8 episode, like mini campaign of this with Daggerheart, and it's
Aw.
like I think it shows like the best abilities of Daggerheart. I think in D&D that would have a lot of those situations would have felt less dangerous, and a lot of them would dragged on a lot. Like the combat tends to drag on in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
In Daggerheart it's like so fast paced because the way it goes usually DM players, or if players roll with hope, it's just players for a while until the DM is like because there's currency both players and the DM need to spend to be able to do things. It isn't like, how do I put this? Like that the dice play a bigger role than they do in D&D in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I would say it's a great system. If you want to try it out, you can
I'll
join.
be down to one day.
Yeah, you can join for one of our one shots because we have like basically like a rotating table of people, I guess. I'm not sure because at the moment we have the mod takes 6 people in, so I think I have 6 people. And I like save it and that's it. Like I don't know how to. There's probably a way to like save someone's seat and character sheet and move it to the side and then have another person come to the table. But I'll need to figure it out. But
Maybe, I don't know. I need to fiddle around more with Tabletop Simulator. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been like God, I've been really wanting to like try out more and more different like tabletop games. I don't know. I've been thinking about like maybe just trying out like a one shot for just like a different system or something like that every now
yeah,
and then.
yeah. I feel like the problem with that is as a person running it, you need to learn the system well. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
need to learn it
as a
well.
person who is playing, it's so much fun to go into random one shots with new systems. As a person who's running it, you're like, your brain is like, wait, how do the rules work
Yeah.
again? It's a
My
bit
brain
hard.
like
Yeah.
fucking fries.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
trying to like spend like a whole month just trying to learn Cyberpunk by myself.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
hassle.
I mean, with Daggerheart, I had a lot of help with, like, I watched the Age of Umbra campaign, so I've seen the person who made the game run it, and, like, I'm okay, cool. That's how you run the game. And, like, the book makes like, I read through the book twice, and it's very easily written. So, like, it's not written, like, in a way that it's hard to just start at the beginning and finish, like, the entire book. The guidelines and everything make a lot of sense, and I think once you get like the main gist of it, you can kind of wing half of it.
Also, hi Jared.
Yeah, hi Jared. Yeah, it's been a while since Jared came along and said hello.
Aw.
So it's quite good. But yeah, talked about RPG systems. Anything else?
I love being a nerd.
Yep. I was wondering if
I don't
like
know.
any other. Like, because again, all of these sort of kind of started with me talking about random shit. So if you wanna, do you have anything, like any questions? Or chat if you
Any
guys have any questions as well. I mean, I can continue yapping and then we see where this goes, but it's up to you.
Honestly, I think we just like keep yapping. We just babble whatever the fuck was like just go where the tism takes you.
Yeah.
Is what I feel. All right.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
mean,
I
yeah.
think with more like tabletops though, specifically, I think like well, specifically kind of relating to it, I guess. I've been getting more into like miniature painting as well. I know you've already been miniature painting.
Yeah, I've done a lot. So the story with mini painting, Ooh. Sorry, I'm just reading chat. So like, Garrettson said that he's currently in a Call of Cthulhu campaign and a Wrath and Glory campaign. So Wrath and Glory is like Warhammer 40k RPG, which
Ooh.
I'm in it as well because I made Sam, who's a big Warhammer nerd. I was like, hey, I want to be a player. Can you DM this? But he's the same like rules lawyer. But you know, I make it work. um,
Is it the one everybody's doing in like the server we're in or something? I don't know.
yes, that's the one. The
Oh,
one
okay.
with Arthur and Mads and Gabe was there for like one the first episode, and then he was like, "I want to be a guardsman who dies." We're like, "Great." So he
Oh,
played a
so he
little,
wanted out.
and then God died. Yeah, he was like, "I'm okay for a one
Okay.
shot. I'm not okay for a campaign." But then the three of us decided to carry on with it because we wanted to play. It's a great
Hmm.
system actually. It's quite fun. It's different. Um, it's more similar to Pathfinder, to be fair, but it's not 100% Pathfinder. So I don't know. But
Hmm.
yeah, I've not played Call of Cthulhu, but I hear it's fun.
I think I was going to play Call of Cthulhu with like a friend
Mm.
one time, but then that never went through.
Yeah,
We like twid and
yeah.
learned like everything too.
This is the problem with a lot of like big group collab assemblies. Like a lot of the time, yeah, people drop out and stuff.
I think
Um,
that's something I always like talk to people about. Like everybody that wants to get into TTRPGs, the big struggle is you can never find a group.
yeah. Or you can even find a group where you don't have like people who flake, or you don't have people who are like Um, I think which is why doing the Daggerheart one shot thing, like I did the Halloween one shot expecting 6 people, but one of the people, because for them it was at 7 a.m., he accidentally overslept. He didn't come to the session, but we could still
Mm.
like make it happen, um, because of the way Daggerheart runs. So you know, I was like, yeah, that's fine. But obviously, if it was a campaign, that would have sucked. Um,
Hmm.
so that's what I mean. Like, I think it depends on also the DM how they spin it. But yeah, having people regularly be able to attend a campaign. I think my maximum group of people that could do it was like 3 players. That's it. Any more than that, that's too much. Too much scheduling. Um, you can wrangle 3 people together, but you cannot wrangle more than that.
It's really hard. It
Yeah.
gets to like a point, and I don't know. Sometimes like it even becomes questionable about if you can get a campaign to even go all the way to the end that
Yeah.
you would want to.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
even more questionable sometimes.
Yeah. I've basically the one shots that I'm doing. I've scheduled the next one before Christmas. Well, it's not gonna be Daggerheart. It's gonna be Red Dragonin, which is that card game on TTS. But
Yep.
basically, I was like, I told the people about it a month in advance, and they're like, I don't know if I'll be free. I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling you a month in advance, so that if you want to come, you can put it in your calendar and not schedule shit on that day. And then if you can't make it, I understand because, you know, random circumstances, but there's a higher chance that you will make it because it's an appointment that you know about. That's how my brain works. Like, if I schedule something a while back, it goes on my calendar, I do check it like the week before. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this thing is happening. And then I will plan around it because I care about the people I talk to, okay? I care about making appointments and schedules. Um, if it's just me, like my regular stream, I can like, nah, not doing it today. I'm not like yesterday. I was like, I'm not feeling Slay the Princess, so I'm just not gonna play. But then if it involves other people with whom you've scheduled something, you can't like unless it's a like a really situation where you really can't make it or you're sick or like, you know, I feel like it's no excuse. You can't just like I'm not feeling it, so I'm not gonna do it. Like, nah, bro, you made commitments.
I get like I
But some
guess I
people,
think
some people, you know,
I feel like with like VTubing, trying to like set up collabs and stuff, it's become so much harder to like make time for myself lately. Just, especially when I try to make so many. Like I think like I worry sometimes if I run into the problem of like I do a collab all the time or something like that. So I really try to keep myself to like at least one collab a week or something like that if I
yeah,
can.
yeah. So I actually had the opposite problem. I'm extremely antisocial. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want other people. I don't play multiplayer games except Warcraft. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I want a single player this bitch. Dude, I do
Hell
not.
yeah.
Yeah, like my schedule. I do not want to talk to people or do shit with people. And even if I do, I don't want to
You
do it this
both.
week. Like, I don't want to do it this week. And so my problem was I had almost no collabs. I was like, all right, maybe once a month, and most of it was either the D&D session that we're having, or because that also counts, or having like sheriff invite me to something and me being like, yeah, no, maybe, I don't know, and then coming or not coming to that. So doing this Ranger Roundtable, which is like one-on-one, I think this is fine for me because I feel like if there's a large group of people, unless it's like the same large group of people that you hang out with, it gets overwhelming. I get overwhelmed. Yeah, that's
I
you,
get very
Sheriff. Yeah,
easily overwhelmed just being with a
I
group of
can't.
people.
Well, there's so many new people, especially in VTubing space. Everybody here has like such big personalities that, I guess, I mean, you have to have it to be a streamer in a way, which is not a bad thing. It's just
It's
when you're in a group of like about like 8 or 9 new VTubers who all know each other, and you're the new person, and they're all talking and cracking jokes, and you don't know what is a joke and what is a medical condition. So you're like sitting there like,
oh no.
like, can I say, how do I join the conversation? I feel awkward. Like there was no, how do I put this? It feels a little weird.
It's being the new person of the group, yeah.
Yeah.
And I also feel like when it comes to like streamers as well, you run into some people that feel like they gotta be the one that's like, I don't know. I feel like some people don't know how to let others sort of like do some talking of themselves too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know that sometimes I struggled with this problem, and I still do, but I struggled with this problem a lot when I was a kid. It in me comes from an anxiety of them being like, if I don't talk, people will forget I exist, because I was always the new kid. So I was like, I always had to do the introductions while everybody else knew each other. I always had to like, basically the idea, if I don't jump into the conversation now, they're just gonna talk amongst themselves and forget I'm here. Which is, you know, in school, that is a death sentence. So you're like, right, how do I jump into these conversations?
I think for me, I was the opposite. I wanted to be forgotten. I was like, no, put me in the back. I don't want to be noticed by anybody.
I think it was more of like, for me, when I mean, you know this as well, you moved a lot, but in my case, it was, I think, because there was nothing else to do. Like, my parents wouldn't let me play video games. I couldn't just study all the time, and the only source of entertainment I could get was if I had a friend and I could come over their house or they could come over mine. So I immediately clocked that, like, in this country where I can't just go outside and make friends with neighborhood kids like I could in Russia, I need to make friends at school. This is the only time I can make friends here, and they both speak 2 different languages than me and have 2 different, like, cultural backgrounds. I have to find some sort of human interaction, or I will go crazy. So it was kind of out of need, and I think by now I've already, like, I think I'm trying to be better of, like, letting other people talk, and then letting me talk. I don't know.
I think you've gotten better at it.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, when I get drunk or excited, it still comes back, but it's something like, it's less of a, I don't care about what you have to say, I'm the most important. It's more of a, okay, I see where you're going with this. I know what the sentence, I know you enough to know what the next, like, I'm gonna finish your sentence for you, and I have these, like, 80 million ideas I want to say before we move on to the next topic, this, basically.
Yes.
And so it isn't anything against the person. It's more like, I see where you're going. I read your mind, and I want to continue.
I know who you are.
Yeah, basically, it is the classic textbook ADHD, and I was like, oh, now I know why I'm so weird. Because I had to, like, I almost got an ulcer once from, like, just holding myself back.
No.
Almost. Like, I had acid reflux for a few days because I was like with wanting to say something. But no, now it's better. But yeah. So.
Yeah, I think with collabs though, I think like I've had this idea for like a long time where I thought about like maybe doing like a D&D game, or a D&D, maybe like a simplified D&D game where I just bring one person in just for like a short game, and we just do something like silly, and I just have wacky shit just happen. We don't give a fuck. We just talk about like something silly the character would just do or something in the moment.
Yeah.
I've always had that idea.
Yeah, like a one-on-one kind of thing.
Just a one-on-one kind of thing.
Or maybe
just something
like,
just between us.
Yeah, or maybe like 2-on-1. Like if there's like 2 people who are either a couple or like they stream together a lot, you can invite like 2, but no more than that. Like that's it.
No, it's over after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was that sounds like a good idea. If you can find a way to, like, I mean, one thing I can recommend, I mean, I'm a shameless plugger of Daggerheart, but is like, try out that system, because that's very narrative based, and it requires the player to input into the story. So like, I think I'll give you an example of like when we went to that Magic Academy for the Halloween. I was like, from the background. Oh,
I went small. I don't know what.
here
I'm
we go.
sorry, I was scrolling my wheel.
Oh no, okay. I was just like, oh no, where you went? I think in there I was like, the basis for it was one of the players was like a wizard in a Magic Academy, and they were a staff member and they had a rival. That's all they told me in their backstory, and I was like, okay, so you're in this academy. Tell me about your rival. No, I'm not gonna make you a rival. You make me a rival. And then they made me this necromancer, fancy elf dude, and I was like, great, great, great. Then I'm like, necromancer, Halloween. He's gonna make skelly boys. Let's go. And because he's an asshole, he's gonna try to pin it on her. Perfect. And that was my concept, and I just went with it. And then everything else was just happened. So I feel like one-on-one you could do it with Daggerheart, because in a way the combat can end whenever you want it to end. I mean, same thing with D&D, you know. As a DM, you have a lot more power over what's happening.
So reminding me of like this like weird like Reddit story I think I remember hearing, where like this like DM, he's like having these like players like fighting this like BBEG, is like fighting the big bad evil guy, and literally like he's one of the players notices like, you're not writing down anything whenever we're attacking. It's like, why is that? Oh, I have not been recording anything. I've just been having this game going, and I just was gonna keep it going until it wasn't fun anymore.
I do find that's a little bit... I don't like that a little bit, mostly because...
You don't like that?
I find there is a reason why certain techniques work and don't work. Because, like, if you see your players, they keep failing at hitting something, right? And then, you know, that thing is completely steamrolling them, but you know it's balanced, right? And then they suddenly start succeeding, but they've been chipping away at its health for a little bit. And I feel like at this point, if you don't have any kind of measurement of chipping away at the thing, you know, I don't know. To me, I
feel like that probably it probably comes from like a much more experienced DM to be able to tell.
No, I mean, one day maybe I can do this, but for me, I like to let the dice decide. I do like to delegate a lot of my decisions to dice, mostly because it absolves me from guilt. Like if I kill a character, I'm like, yo,
I killed
the dice. The dice, man. It's the dice. Or if the characters kill one of my super assassins that I was like 3 or 4 levels above you guys, but just because of bad rolls and hold person, they got screwed. I'm like, it's the dice. It's the dice.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
that was the dice.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like sometimes giving the agency to the dice emotionally helps you detach a little bit from what happened. Like,
no, become emotionally attached. Blame yourself.
Become codependent with your baddies.
Oh my god. Besides TTRPGs though, what other games have you been playing though recently?
Mostly, I went back to Genshin and Honkai, mostly because I stopped playing Genshin for like an entire year, so I missed a huge expansion. Mostly because I just was not interested in that plan, and that was a lot of people. Like, Fontaine had some amazing storylines, so obviously you don't play Genshin, but like we did a Genshin rating of characters, and like every story, like so it starts with basically / medieval Germany / Europe in a nutshell land. Then it goes into China. Then it goes into Japan. I mean, these are all inspired by culturally and art-wise, you know, and music, etc. Then it goes into, like, a weird blend of Middle East and India, which was actually I looked forward to it, and it was great. I enjoyed it. It has both the deserty part, which is fantastic, and the great story, and it also has the jungle part, and I'm like, both of them work. And then from there, it went into Fontaine, which is, like, France. But it's like, you know, it's like what, like clockwork seafaring France? I don't know. It's aesthetically just mwah.
It looked like kind of like a steampunk type of France or something.
It was like a steampunk France, which was amazing. The music is just honestly worth playing the game just for the music.
I think I still remember all like the knowledge you were trying to like.
No, it's brilliant.
Into me.
It's brilliant. I mean, that's the thing. It's inspired by certain countries, but it's not completely ripped off. And in Fontaine, like, the names are very French sounding, and the outfits look like not Renaissance, but like 18th century France. And like, it's a country of justice, so there's an actual court going on, and there's like a court procedure and magic and shit. It's pretty cool. So the story of Fontaine was really good, and very like dark. And then the next land was like, Netland, Land of War, but we're gonna make it, like, Polynesian inspired? But we're not actually gonna put any, like, story in it. I don't know. Like, the promos didn't grip me as much as, like, Fontaine and Sumeru and everything was. I was like, okay, it's just mountains and... Because it was a bit too... It was, like, Polynesian mixed with cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I'm not a big fan of that kind of vibe. I mean, you might like it, but, like, a lot of people did. But I sort of, like, saw some of the trailers and I was like, I don't know. It's too grindy for me. And so I just stopped playing it. But now, they finally finished that and they're going to Snezhnaya, which is, like, the Russia. The Slavic part. Which I was looking forward to from the beginning of the game because they used to be the baddies from the very beginning. They've just been the baddies. They've been the baddies from, like, day one. There's always been, like, oh, agents from Snezhnaya are making trouble here, and they're doing this here, they're everywhere. And they've been the big bads, and now we're going to their land. Oh.
Oh, no!
No!
We disconnected!
Oh, no! Oh, no! Daddy!
Oh, wait, I'm back. Wait, what? Why am I back? Wait, hold on. I see you? You're, like, frozen in time.
I don't know what happened. Alright, you're back.
Hold on. Do you see me?
Yes, I see you now.
Okay. Wow, that was weird. What the fuck happened there?
I don't know, weird hiccup.
I disappeared, I'm sorry. Oh,
no! No, Daddy!
Wee!
Wee! Oh, God.
Big. Whoops. Sorry, booba.
You just booped.
Sorry, I just got...
boop planted.
A little too close.
Yeah, my wheel is not as quick as yours, so I can't do that quick spin. So.
I have the fast wheel. Whee!
Yeah, how do you rotate?
How do I rotate? Oh, you gotta hold control and then scroll wheel.
Oh man! Wow! Look how slowly I rotate.
Yep. Wow. You gotta get the mouse that has like no like a you know where the scroll wheel just like stops eventually. You gotta get one of those that doesn't stop.
Yeah, nah. I'm okay. I have an ergonomic mouse. It's good for me.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So basically, like
Genshin.
Yeah,
Moscow.
the scary Slavic people who were like the badass villains through the entire game. Finally,
you mean like you?
Yeah,
in
like
real
me.
life?
Like me in real life. Finally,
God.
we were going to the land of Snezhnaya, and I was like, yes, I want to play. And then the game was like, you have to finish the story of Natlan. Otherwise, you won't know the references. And my ADHD brain, who's like, I cannot play, like, Witcher 3 until I finish Witcher 1 and 2. I was like, I have to play through that land. So I came back to the game to finish up all the lore so I can take Snezhnaya and just do it on my own, right? Now, the second game I'm playing is Honkai, which I've been playing on and off, but the story is really great, and it's less grindy, so it's quite fun. I've been playing Expedition 33. I haven't finished it because...
Oh god, I've really been thinking about playing Expedition 33.
It's a huge... It's amazing. Okay, it's Espresso Depresso France. But it's also like... It's like French Elden Ring. It gives me those vibes. But with an actual coherent story, unlike Elden Ring. With whatever
everybody's
going on in that.
I've been seeing people that have been like posting like what their favorite games of all time were.
Oh yeah,
and
it's good.
Every fucking time I saw it, Expedition 33.
Because it has amazing graphics, a really satisfying gameplay, very good voice acting, mocap, and music. The story so far is great. It's kind of surrealist a little bit, but it's amazing surrealist. The combat is super satisfying. Problem is, like, I find if you don't, like, you need to get in, it's a turn-by-turn based game, but you need to get your parry timings just right, or you're screwed. But the idea is, like, I think regular combat is fine, it's easy, but when it comes to bosses, no matter how much you grind, if you fuck up your parry, you have to start the boss again. So it's the only game where I had to do a boss like 8 times. But when you do defeat it, you're like, oh, this is satisfying.
You got the Dark Souls feeling.
It kind of, but it doesn't have the, like, it's just timing. Because I feel like, to me, I need either you have to move quick or react quick. I can't do both. So, like, games like Dark Souls where you have to both move and react, that's 2 things I cannot do. Either one or the other. So I either click one button, because I just need to get the timing right, or I need to move quickly, but I don't need to click any buttons. So I'm like, okay, there we go. This game has those options. I'm only, I think I'm like midway through Act 2. I'm very early on in game, and I have this period when a new game comes out, and I play it for like 7 days straight, and then I stop, and then I don't come back to it until like a few months.
I feel that.
But this is why I have a content wheel, Danny. Get one of those for yourself. It's really good. I have a bunch of games I want to play on the content wheel, and I spin it every Sunday, and it tells me what I'm gonna do that week.
You just want to give your life away, just to RNG, don't you?
Yes.
Just stop thinking and just give it away to
Listen,
RNG.
listen. I'm what is it called? I'm feeding my gambling addiction without actual consequences.
Oh no!
No, there you go. This is how you can feed your gambling addiction by like letting RNG do things for you, but not actually investing any money or, consequences into it. You get the high of gambling, but also there's no issue there. So there you go.
It's nothing.
I just gave all of you gambling addicts a solution here. Make yourself wheels to control your life.
Just be controlled by the wheel.
Because there is such a thing as a decision fatigue.
Oh yeah, no, I feel it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Me having to just like figure out like what the fuck to post, what the fuck to, like what to talk do whenever like people are talking in the server or something. Trying to think of like activities all the time, what to do for stream all the time.
Yeah.
It tires me out eventually.
That's okay. I'm just so lazy. And I have so many dice. A lot of the time, whatever decision you need to make, I'm like, fuck it, let's roll a die. Just rather than I'm super indecisive. I can always like narrow whatever many options I have to like 2 or 3, and then I can never decide between those because I already weighted pros and cons and removed the rest. But there's always going to be 3 left or 2 left. And the only way to decide between that is to roll a die. And then if you're not happy with the result, roll the die again until you're happy, and then do that.
Hell yeah.
It's a psychological trap.
Oh.
Because if you roll a die, and then it chooses something, and you're like, oh man, rather than, oh man, then you shouldn't have done it anyway, and then you roll the die again. Or remove that option from the list, and then pick something you actually want to do, and you like.
Exactly. I like you're actually simplifying this gambling addiction of yours.
It's okay. Shh. To be fair, I did have a few weeks where I was addicted to blackjack. Like for real blackjack.
Balatro?
No. Card games. I'm trying to stay away from them.
God, I've been playing Balatro like on my phone, just like in my off time a lot. I've been noticing. I realized I have a very bad gambler addiction as well.
Yeah. No, but like I for real like bet online money for blackjack and stuff. I did win some, but I did lose some. So like I was like, you know what? Nah, this is a slippery slope. I'm gonna stop here.
No, that's a very slippery. That's very slippery slope.
So I just stopped. Like I haven't done it in 8-9 months now.
No, that's good. That's good. Don't do it.
So I just feed my gambling addiction through wheels and decisions. So, but the thing is, because I know I like Genshin and Honkai have so much content that I need to catch up on. I basically skewed my wheel. So I have a lot more entries of Genshin and Honkai. So I have like for example, I have Claire Obscure, like Expedition 33. Then I have Genshin Honkai. Then I have like Hades, Genshin Honkai. Then I have something, and then the wheel has like Genshin Honkai almost like.
You usually have like Slay the Princess too, don't you?
Yeah. So the wheel has one of each game, but then also one like 3 times as many Genshins and Honkais. So there's a higher chance of them falling into. So I skew my own wheel for gambling. But I mean, I used to like before. Now I feel like now that I have this regular Ranger Roundtables on Fridays, and then I kind of want to have at least one Genshin and one Honkai. Like the rest of the week, I only have time for like 1 or 2 other games. And again, because like I can't stream every day, so it's like I already have these 3 things, keeping 3 solid days of my week. So yeah, and then, but then like if I play the same game all the time, a lot of the games I play are like live games. They're not like you can't finish them. So I'm like, you know.
I think a lot of time my problem is I end up playing a lot of. I have a tendency to play a lot of RPGs, and then I never finish them a lot of times.
Oh god, yeah. My Baldur's Gate still isn't finished. My Dragon Age still isn't finished.
Ugh.
I feel you, man. I feel you. And I feel like
I need the shorter games.
Yeah, the only way to get back to those games is for me to have them on that wheel. Because if I haven't played something in a while and it pops up on a wheel, I'm like, I have to go back and play it. The wheel made me do it. And then I'm like, wow, why don't I play this game all the time? This is a lot of fun.
This is like someone's like way of like arguing philosophy, like if free will is real.
Nah. I don't believe it's
It's
real.
not
It's
real.
not real. RNG. Gods of RNG. But the way I fool myself is like, I find if I have been playing, like, this is the reason I stopped playing Baldur's Gate for a while, was because I started getting bored. I was like, oh god, there's so many quests. The story is great, but like, I can't do another combat that's gonna take me 25 minutes again. I can't do it. I'm so bored. I want to play. I want to try something else. But every time I go back to it, I'm like, why don't I play this all the time? This is amazing. But the only reason I feel this is because I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, I think you just needed a break.
Yeah,
You
but
just kind of burned yourself out on it.
yeah, but then my problem is once I burn myself out, I never go back to it. But having this wheel, it forces me to go back and remember how fun it was.
Yep. Yeah, I have the same problem
Yeah.
a lot of times. It happens so often. Like, oh my god.
I can 100% recommend you the wheel. The wheel's a good solution. But I also find like I think the one game that I never had to do this, I actually had to pace myself to say, okay, you need to stop and play something else. This is something like you actually need breaks from, would be Honkai. I'm so obsessed with that game to the point where it got like, I mostly had Honkai streams to the point where I was like, okay, I need to like, I need to stop for like, at least make it once a week, because otherwise I'll just only play Honkai 24/7. So I think that's the only game. I think because both the gameplay, the pacing, the stories, the voice acting, the mechanics, like everything about the game is so fun for me that it's literal perfect fit to my playing style. So that like I have to like rip myself away from it.
Game burnout's
Yeah.
real? Hell yeah, it is. It is. God. But I'm really happy right now with like the new game that I'm currently playing right now. It's like one of the new games that's come out recently. It's called Dispatch.
Oh
Which,
god,
like,
yeah,
you
I've seen you message about
Yeah.
Dispatch, and I was like, bitch, I want to play Dispatch. I know this because it's by Critical Role,
Yes.
of course. Like that's how I
It's
know
by
about
Critical Role. Yeah, it is.
No
I saw
spoilers.
the
I know
message
it's
pop
good.
up.
I know it's good.
I will say yes. I've only played through 2 episodes. There's currently, I think it's the final episode is like 6,
Yeah.
and it's already come out, and everybody's fucking been talking about it. I'm like, fucking hell. Okay, I gotta get on this. I can't handle this FOMO.
Yeah, I feel like
And-
this FOMO is big, but I have to like, I feel like at the time when I saw it, it only had 2 episodes and it cost like 25 quid, and I was like, I don't want to spend any more
no,
money.
all the episodes are out now, though.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe I'll probably pick it up, I guess. Because
I
every time I
will
watch,
say
every time I watch Critical Role, they always do an ad for Dispatch, and they actually did a one-shot based in Dispatch universe, and I was like, that's so much fun.
God, yeah. The game though, the characters are amazing. The voice acting's amazing, which is funny because there's a bunch of YouTubers in it.
Yeah.
You literally got Jacksepticeye, Moist Critical. Everybody had to keep fucking telling me that throughout the entire stream. Did you know Moist Critical's in this? Did you know Jacksepticeye's in? I'm like, no way, really? Oh my god! So you guys didn't say that 20 times.
Yeah, I think it's more the combination of Jesse from Breaking Bad, half the cast of Critical Role, and fucking YouTubers. And I'm like, what is this game? It's perfect.
These voice actors, where the fuck? Why? What? I'm not complaining, but like, holy shit.
I think the reason those professional voice actors are in this is because the next game the studios are putting out is based in Critical Role universe. So they were like, hey, do you want to like be in our first game? And then we'll make a game in your universe or something like that. I don't know. I feel like the reason they managed to get half the cast of Critical Role, who are award-winning professional voice actors in like tons of famous games, like Laura Bailey, fucking Laura Bailey, man, and Matthew Mercer. And I think who was it? I think Travis Willingham is in this as well. But definitely Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey are in this. Like those two are in everything, and having them in like I'd say arguably indie game, which would be this one. They got as much hype as they did. I think very big part of it was because Critical Role was really pushing it. Because it's a good game. But like, I think the power of Critical Role, now it isn't like, oh, we're just a small indie company. It's more of like, if Critical Role pushes it, like, they've got millions of viewers. Like, the game's gonna do well. Like, basically it's more like, if Critical Role approved it, it's a good game. Because they have good taste in games.
And I will not lie, my god, it's funny too.
Oh yeah.
That game is funny.
I've never really, I've seen so many playthroughs of like The Last of Us. or sorry, the Walking Dead I meant, and like
yeah.
the Wolf Among
Okay.
the Wolf I mixed together the Walking Dead and the Wolf Among Us, but like
Okay.
those games. And
If you love those games, you will love Dispatch
the
so
thing
much.
is, I've never played them. I've always watched playthroughs of them. So this will be the first time I would like play a game. But I've seen there's been like you could get all of the Walking Dead for like £5, so I bought them and I was like, maybe I should probably revisit the older ones, like the OG episodic choices matter kind of cinematic games. I did one I've started playing the Chinese, like, oh god, I started playing this Chinese one, which is called Road to Empress, which came out on my birthday this year, and nobody fucking told me. Like, I've been obsessing over Chinese palace dramas. I've been watching so many of them, to the point where that's all the shit I talk about. And then this game came out where it's like a movie, basically, where you make choices, and you're a new concubine in the Tang Dynasty, and you have to become empress and not die, and I'm like...
This look like real people. I was like, what the fuck is this?
This is perfect! No, but it's the way it's filmed. Like, you make choices, and honestly, I thought, oh, you know, the death will come in Act 3. The first choice I made in game killed me. I was like, wow, this is quick. And then,
wow.
No, I mean, it's not the obvious choices. Sometimes you're trying to be logical, and then you misunderstand, and you're being logical, and then you fell into someone's trap, and then you get ordered to die, and you're like, this palace is so deadly, but it's so much fun. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I love it. But I feel like that's the kind of, like, you know, you're playing in a movie and then you make choices.
Okay, so yeah, that one's a choose your own adventure, basically.
Yeah. I find with games like Dispatch is I can't sit and deliberate on my choices. I have to make a quick decision. I find...
Yep, that's what they do. That's
the timer, the timer gets me. I get too stressed. So I don't know.
They want you to be impulsive with your decisions.
But I want to digest it!
No. I mean, you are able to, like, pause the game in between while you look at them.
Okay, so that's something. Because, like, maybe if, like, I'm listening to a conversation, I'm like, I don't want to just click it, man. I want to talk to my chat. I want to ask what chat thinks, you know?
Yeah. That's what I've been doing, literally, as I've been playing it, is, like, I have, like, choices to make. I read them quickly, and then I just pause the game real quick. I, like, just... pause it, and I go to talk to everybody. Be like, okay, guys, what the fuck do we do here? What the fuck are we doing? Oh my god.
Is there, I assume the pause button, is it like, it's just like a hotkey, right?
It's just, yeah, no, it's just escape. Is it?
Oh, great, perfect.
Yeah, and that's all you have to do. And also, one more thing, be aware, there is a content warning on it. There's a content filter for the game you can put on. Because there is straight up sex in it.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand. Because, like, I know now Twitch has this, like, certain games, like this one, have, like, you can't not put the content warning. Like, it won't light up for people anyway because of the game, like Baldur's Gate. So, I found, like, I have nudity open in Baldur's Gate, but, like, I've never had problems with Twitch. I think it's not like the point of the game. Most of the time in the game, you're fully clothed doing things. It's just certain scenes. I think I was reading somewhere that Twitch is okay with that. They don't care. As long as it's not like you're not playing a porn game. Like, as long as you're just not doing that, you're fine. I think.
Yeah, but I think for this game, you almost kind of have to. Just because of how... I'm just... Like, okay, there's some scenes where there's just straight up a dude is just... It goes on for like 15 minutes. His dick is just out.
Damn, 15 minutes? That's a lot.
It's a while. I'm just like, this dude's dick has been out this entire time. Oh my god.
Well, content warning. I'm not monetized on YouTube, so it's fine. Who cares?
It's okay.
No, honestly,
post it to YouTube.
It's the only problem is the demonetization on YouTube. I think I've never seen anybody on Twitch having problems with this, and I think the ones who do are like big enough streamers. I average 4 people on my stream. I don't give a shit. Those 4 people are all adults. If you see dick,
nah, fuck
it. Fuck it. You see dick.
Penis.
You see dick.
Everybody ready for the 1 hour long sex scene? We gotta make decisions every single second.
What, really? You make decisions in the middle of a sex scene?
I don't know. I'm joking.
Don't joke with me. I don't know. I don't know what you want about. You know me, it's sarcasm.
What? Listen, I could do it. I could do it for an hour. Let's go.
Oh my god. All right. I know I want to play Dispatch, but also I have like... Oh man, do you want to see my? Do you want to see my?
What's your backlog right now?
Oh god, my decision wheel. I mean, at the moment... Oh, no way, I can sort them. Hold on. Let me count. Not counting Genshin and Honkai, because those are, like, never-ending games. I'm gonna add Dispatch to it, and I'm gonna tell you how many I have.
Oh god.
1 second. This wheel is scary. Let me sort it.
Currently playing Brotato. It's a silly bit of fun. Oh hell yeah. Brotato. I've not heard about that game in like forever. I feel like you're just like preparing like so many.
So, okay. So in my list, I have a few games that I want to play but I haven't started yet, and games that I'm currently in the middle. You want the ones that I already started but haven't finished?
Yeah.
Okay, not the backlog of the games I want to play, but the games I'm currently playing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12! Not counting
12.
Genshin or Impact. Oh, Genshin or Honkai or Warcraft.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Wow.
Like in the middle of playing 12 games.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know if you're gonna get through all those games.
I won't. I won't. It's okay. Listen.
I feel like eventually the FOMO's gonna get to you.
As long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters.
Yep. That's all that matters.
And I've realized sometimes playing an older game is fine. Like, you don't have to be, like, everybody's playing a certain game. You don't have to be playing that game, right? You don't have to.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to play it, you can play an older game that, like, you know, Subnautica or something. Not Subnautica 2, the old one. Or, like, everybody's playing Hades 2.
That's an older game?
Yeah, like, everybody's playing Hades 2. And I'm like, you know what? I want to play Hades 1. Or, like, by older, I didn't mean retro games. I meant, like, stuff
I was about to say, I've been playing PS2 games.
But, like, I want to play Final Fantasy 3 again. That's a fucking Nintendo game. I want to play that.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it when I was, like, cosplaying. I played, like, I recorded a few episodes. But it's been over 8 years now, and I don't remember what I did then. So I feel like I should probably start a new playthrough.
With Final Fantasy 3, though, that's, like, way back, though.
That's what I mean. I want to play it, because they now have integration on Steam, so I don't need a PlayStation to play them. I can just play them on PC.
That's true. That's true. I mean, like, everybody always recommends like, what is it, Final Fantasy 6, though, a lot of times.
Really? I mean, I've seen playthroughs of almost everything up until 10. Because I used to love, like, having, you know, those no commentary playthroughs. Just pop them up in the background, watch it while reading or doing something or playing Warcraft or some shit. And, like, I've seen Final Fantasy 3 playthrough, I've seen Final Fantasy, like, 1 playthrough, I've seen Final Fantasy 6 and 5. 7 is, like, has the most recognizable story because of the video, because that's the first one where they introduced, like, full-blown cutscenes back in the day. Then there was, like, I think 8 and 9 are quite famous. Then 10 used to be my favorite, mostly because of Yuna. I really like Yuna. And then 10 Part 2 was quite good. And then I think I've actually played a little bit on a PlayStation emulator of 12. And then that's it. Any of the newer ones. And I know 14 is like the multiplayer game. And I know we're up to 16 now. Like 16 is like...
Everybody talks about 16. I don't know. I've seen like a big divide when it comes to like Final Fantasy players. Especially the ones I know, where it's like they talk about 16. I see people either hate it or they love it for some reason.
But that's how you know a game is great. I feel like if it's a game that everybody likes, and these days, here's my older lady hang opinion. These days, with everybody getting, no offense, but butthurt over, like, one thing or another, or casting choice or something else, or like, oh no, this voice actor said this one thing on Twitter, let's cancel them, everything they've ever been in, everything they've ever filmed in, regardless of when it was. Like, maybe 10 years ago they were a good person and they became an asshole now, and so whatever they did now, let's cancel them. Or... what's more common, 10 years ago they said this one thing when they were in high school, that's it, they're a piece of shit, and you're like, bro, have you never said anything in high school that's embarrassing and posted on the internet, really? But yeah, stuff like this. So, like, a lot of games now you can't please everybody, because there's gonna be a group of people, like, I've seen games that try to please everybody, like Concord, and then they fucking fail. Like, there's stuff like you have to have an identity. You have to have, like, no, we're gonna do it this way, and fuck everybody else. If you like it, you buy it, you play it. You don't like it, there's the door. And I feel like if you do this, you will get a certain group of people who enjoy it, and then a certain group of haters, of course. But I feel like that's how you know a game is great. If you try to pander to everybody, it's never gonna work out. Not anymore. You just become FIFA.
You just become FIFA. No!
You just become FIFA. If you try to cater to everybody, you become
God.
FIFA. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough balancing act.
I find, like,
You just gotta accept it.
I find it's a very common explanation of, like, I call it what is it called? I want to say it's not theorem, but, like, the Witcher phenomenon is what this is, because the first 2 games of The Witcher are so clunky. They're actually funny to play through because they're frustratingly clunky. Like, I think they're actually fun. Yeah. They're fun to watch somebody struggle through. It's good content. But then Witcher 3 and then Witcher 4, they're working on it. It's like it's a masterpiece of a game for a reason, because they've fixed everything bad and left everything good. Now, when you think about it, the books are I've read them in English, and I think because I'm a Slav in a way, it kind of, like, I understand a little bit of where they're coming from. I read a lot of, like, original Slavic literature. Like, the stuff probably Andrei Sapkowski read in school. I've read in my elementary school, like, all the, Pushkin's, Tolstoy's, all of that stuff. And I feel like there's a writing style that you get used to of, like, oh, okay, there's time jumps. All right. Okay, there's a whole book of time jumps. Got it. Or, like, okay, there's 3 pages of description. Gotcha, fam. Okay, it's gonna get to the plot and soon. Just be patient. And I feel like this attitude of writing, we are so used to it that to the point where I read a book where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna set up this world in 80 chapters and only then the plot's gonna happen. I'm like, cool, as long as the world is interesting, let's go. I'm okay. But the, instant gratification culture these days, I find maybe Sapkowski's books will be a little bit complicated to read, not gonna lie. But they're really good audiobooks, so I can recommend that. Now, my one point is the TV show. I still think the first 2 seasons were great, because season 1, with all the time jumps, was great. Because when you read the first book...
I really enjoyed the TV show.
Do you know why? Because when you read the first book by Andrei Sapkowski, there's so much time jumping in that book. It's insane. The first book, I made sure to read it. It's a jumble of time jumps. The reason why is because they're trying to weave stories of Yennefer, Geralt, and Ciri through time. And there's a lot of, like, they don't want to reveal that, like, in the first episode, Geralt was watching Ciri, and you're not supposed to know that in the first episode, you're supposed to be confused when it's happening. My one problem is obviously, because it's Netflix, it's the casting. I'm sorry, this is taking...
And then Henry Cavill had to leave because he couldn't stand the writers.
I'm gonna put my foot down, and this is a big divide, is the point where, this is... Okay, I understand if you have a fantasy world that is either modern or on a different planet. This is based in medieval Poland. You need to have a certain type of people you cast. I'm just gonna put it there. It's medieval Poland. I get it. You're Netflix, but it's medieval Poland. Also, the problem is there's at least 8 kingdoms in this fantasy world that all have certain outfits, that all have an accent in the books, that all have different languages, different namings, different aesthetic of buildings. But in the series of Witcher, it all just looks like ye old standard medieval Poland. Where I'm like, no, you're supposed to show us, like, I know we're in this kingdom of, like, I forgot what it's called, not Vengerberg. Like, Vengerberg is supposed to look like one thing.
Honestly,
and then, like,
I feel no I feel no ounce of Poland when I watch the show.
Yeah,
I feel like we're just in Europe or like somewhere.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It looks like generic Europe, but it's supposed to, like, even in games, every single location has us, like, you're supposed to know where it takes place, or at least, like, put a little, like, the one place that had a very unique and different style was when, like, there was the flashback when he like met the elves in the field. That was the only place with very different architecture, and I remembered it because it was unique. But there's so many other places that you're like, they're all supposed to look different, but they don't. But anyway, that's a small comment. My whole point is, the first 2 seasons, yeah, okay, everybody's like, oh no, Henry's acting, like, especially with the new season coming out, they're like, Henry's acting is so wooden, and this guy's acting is better. I'm like, yo, The Witcher is supposed to be an emotionless machine. He is playing it right. He's supposed to, like, the first few seasons of The Witcher was him being like, yes, all of my emotions have been pulled out, which is why I'm immune to magic. That is the whole point. I don't understand how love works. I'm awkward as fuck because I was made
And
to
then he
kill
starts
monsters.
discovering like love because he
Yeah,
meets like
Yennefer. And it
he
slowly,
meets
slowly changes his personality. But obviously, because Henry was in the first 3 seasons, and then this guy came up in season 4, I'm like, yeah, but Henry in the first 3 seasons is supposed to be discovering the fact that he has emotions. And then in season 4 and 5, he's supposed to show these emotions. But, you know, it's a commentary. What I find annoying is the fact that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, the prequel to The Witcher, The Blood of the Elves, or whatever, the TV series, was really good. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know that in The Witcher, right, the whole point of the books was like the origin of the elves and everything. The writers rewrote that by they basically made like, oh, the Witchers were made by like an accident by the elves or some shit. And I'm like, no, there's in the books there's an actual like reason why and how Witchers started, and like it was made by the wizards. It wasn't made by the elves. And they're like, no, the first Witcher was back in the elven times. I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It's
You're
just
lying. You're making things up.
it's just so annoying because I'm like, I see where you're getting it. You're a new writer. You want to put your name on things, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
that's what it's. I think that's what Henry Cavill basically left because it was
yeah,
just like all the writers wanted to do their own thing and not follow the
yeah, because like
books.
in the books, I've seen a lot of things about like the new season and how like the story of Yaskir and Ciri and everything else started going, and people are comparing it not even to the games, to the books, to the OG material. And they were like, what are these people doing? Like, no, this guy's supposed to be the villain. You made him a side character that's a hero. This guy's supposed to be a hero. You made him the villain. Why? The books already have a plot. Just follow like, it's so hard. Like, what's so hard? Follow the books. Fucking hell.
It's so hard.
Like, I get if the
yeah.
books are written, like, one thing I would say, like, for example, Isaac Asimov, yeah, the books were written in the 50s. They're extremely misogynist. Okay, I get it. This is something that you're like, all right, let's adapt this. And, you know, the Foundation TV series was like, you know what, that's actually pretty good, because they right away came out and said, you know what, we're not going to do the misogyny. We're just not going to do that. But we're going to take the world, and we're going to take the vibes, and we're going to make an original story. And they said that from the beginning. And everybody went, oh, great, okay. I'm not going to have expectations like in the book. I'm just going to expect a new story. And it was actually good. They just borrowed the world, basically. Now, with The Witcher, they made the big mistake of having the first season follow the book almost story to story, like the first book. And everybody was expecting, oh, so they're adapting the books then. Like, they set up the expectation of, we are doing very faithful book 2 TV show. And then Season 2, they started veering off. Season 3, I didn't even watch. But I'm like, it already started going off in the direction. If they started saying, right, we're just borrowing the world, and we're just going to have Geralt as a character, but we're going to change the story. If they said it from the beginning, the fans might have just not been so outraged. It would have been like, okay, cool. It's not a faithful adaptation then. They're just borrowing the world. That's fine. I'll watch it.
Odd.
But they've misled, and that's what's annoying. Like, they hooked us in, and then they fucked us.
This is, oh my god, this is fucking painful because I've already been experiencing this with like other shows, especially with Netflix shows.
Yeah.
God, like, have you heard about Devil May Cry?
Mm-hmm.
I could talk about that one for a while, just because, like, I'm a huge Devil May Cry fan. I love the video games.
Mm-hmm.
The video games, they're very simple. Literally, Dante, cool guy, demon hunter, half demon himself. He likes to, you know, like, he likes to be cool. He goes around, he's wacky woohoo pizza man. He does, like, fucking black flips as he, like, fucking fires off shotguns. That's what he does. The games were meant to make you feel cool while you were, like, fighting demons.
Yeah.
The, overall story was pretty simplistic, and like I understand that it's like, okay, the demons are they are demons, they are monsters, they're coming into the world and stuff like that. And then the Netflix show decides, like, okay, we're gonna have Dante in this, but this is gonna be a completely different world, essentially. It got very weird when they started making the demons basically representations of, like, immigrants.
What?
They were okay, so it gets really fucking weird. So demons are just normal people. They just live in a world that is basically hell, but they call it something else in their tongue. and their world has become corrupted over time, and now they have to leave their world somehow and come to the human world. But that's causing a bunch of issues with people that don't like demons. And then, then we have a whole police squad of demon hunters. And oh god, it gets very odd. The implications that they constantly keep making.
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
what are you
what?
doing, dude?
Because, like,
What?
okay, so I'm gonna defend Foundation, the TV series from Apple TV. They do, like, honestly, I'm just gonna put my hand down and say Apple TV does the best sci-fi so far. It's fucking amazing. There's at least 3 or 4 shows, sci-fi shows I've been seeing on Apple TV that are just great. So Foundation, like the book by Asimov, that specifically Foundation, he wrote it, and in an interview he said, I wrote it in a way that it's impossible to adapt to film because there isn't a main character. It's literally like every chapter skips 100 years. And the humans that were in the first chapter are dead. And then the new humans come. It's a story of a galaxy and a system, right? There is an overarching, like, humanity story. It's not a story. You can't really do that for TV shows because you need a main character, right? And so he was like, I specifically did it that it's impossible to put into TV show. The writer said that. But then the authors were like, right, the world is amazing. The concept of, like, oh, humanity has grown so big that it's gonna self-implode, and the only one who knows about it is a mathematician that basically created a simulation and figured out that humanity is gonna die out. And we need to do something before it does, because we still have a little bit of time, but the math isn't wrong. You can't fuck with math. And that's, like, a cool concept, you know? And so
that's
they
a
said,
very cool concept.
yeah, and they said, okay, the concepts are cool. The concept in the book of this, like, Imperium is great. And I was watching it, and the honestly, some of the storylines are kind of meh, but the one about, like, the Empire and, like, how they have this, like, genetic dynasty, how this final emperor of the human empire basically said, hey, I am the pinnacle of human evolution. I'm not gonna have children, but I'm gonna have clones, and I'm gonna have 3 of me. One of them is an older me, like an old man. One of them is a younger me, which is Dawn, like, you know, when I'm in my 30s, and one of them is a very young me in my, like, early 20s. And those 3 are, like, the triumvirate, the empire, that are copies of me, so as the same person, but they're gonna rule the country with the 3 different views on life that I used to have, because I'm the best man that ever was. I am the Supreme Emperor. And this is called the genetic dynasty, and basically they age like normal people do, and what they do, the older man just gets evaporated, the middle man turns into the old man, the younger man turns into the day, and then the new clone is thawed and born, and, you know, it's and on it goes.
It's just an on and on cycle.
But
with
they're
clones.
all different because of certain spoilers. The genetic code got corrupted a little bit, so every new clone is slightly different to the previous one. So none of them are the original Cleon or whatever. And so you can have the same actor play slightly different characters, with, like, slightly different personalities, while having the same actor on the payroll across centuries. And I'm like, this is a brilliant move by the directors. Like,
you're gonna need a good actor for that.
No. Yeah, they do. They hire 3, like, really good actors for this, and they're like, yeah, but we're gonna, like, everybody else can die, and you know the story changes. We can introduce new characters for a season or whatever. But these 3 are gonna stay along, like, all 4 or 5 seasons, and they're gonna be playing slightly different versions of Empire. And I sat there and I was like, this is brilliant. But also, in a futuristic dystopia, you will definitely have a tyrant who's like, I'm the pinnacle of evolution. Let me make clones of me rather than have children. I'm like, great. And then the problems that come with that are also really interesting, and it's an interesting commentary on the modern world, but not on the nose, you know? It's like, it's a good commentary, but it's not like, like, look, these are actual like, whatever, the demons are the refugees. It's more of a, you know, it's a commentary on how power corrupts, or is a certain system that seems good at the beginning sustainable or not? Who is actually in charge? How do you deal with revolutionaries? You know, this kind of stuff. You know, it's really interesting because there isn't really baddies or goodies, except for, like, crazy Dawn. Like, last season, there's one of the clones goes completely apeshit, and it's amazing because he's like Machiavelli leveled villain, and I'm like, whoa, this is good. Bro just nukes planets, and I'm like, he made a black hole gun, and I'm like, what? Motherfucker, did you just make a black hole gun? It's like, yeah, he did, and he used it. It's
what was
brilliant.
The name of this show again?
Foundation. It's brilliant. Also, the soundtrack is peak, but, like, the whole thing with the empires, I was like, this is so good. This is such good sci-fi. Must be in the original Asimov books. No, this was made specifically for the TV show. And then I realized they made this so they could have the same actors but inadvertently made the best story beat for Foundation. And I'm like, wow.
That's actually a brilliant idea.
Exactly.
They actually gave a shit about the universe.
Uh-huh.
And they built an actual, like, yeah.
And they
built a story there.
and they gave enough screen time for that story to the point where I didn't, like, the original story was about the Foundation, which was, like, about this Harry Seldon who did the math calculation. He got exiled to make a, you know, okay, fine, you want to save humanity, go to this distant planet and make the backup of all the knowledge. Fuck you. Like, stop your alertism in the Empire. We don't want a whistleblower. And, like, that storyline is going. Yeah, that is given a lot of screen time. But also the Empire and all of the, like, what's actually going on in the Empire and how the humanity is falling apart is given a lot of screen time. To the point where I didn't know which one was the OG story, because they were both pretty good. So yeah, this is a good way of, like, okay, we have source material that's been around for almost 100 years now. And it's good source material with a big fan base. And a lot of people tried to adapt it and never worked. Let's use the world, because the world and the concept is really good, and let's create original stories that make sense in this world. That's a good example of how to do this. And I'm like, that is still okay. You can be a writer with original cool ideas and put them in there, and people will watch it and people will love it. And you can get a name for yourself without shitting all over the original material, you know?
Yup. Yeah. Can we just please stop shitting all over the original material? My god.
Like, just say inspired by it and then do it. And everybody will be like, we all understand what fanfic is. We get it. Yeah. As long as you say it's a fanfic, people will go in expecting a fanfic and they'll be like, this is a really fucking good fanfic. And then they will leave loving it. If you come in and saying, I'm adapting a book, and then it becomes a fanfic, you're like...
you did not promise me this.
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck I was getting into here.
All we ask is just deliver what you promise, and that is it. You will have no complaints.
It's too hard. It's too difficult, you know?
Or better yet, maybe some original content.
Please.
That's too much to ask. That's too much to ask.
That's way too much. No. Everything has to be adapted nowadays. Everything has to be an adaptation or a reboot of something because everybody has nostalgia.
I find it's really fucking annoying because it isn't the problem of the writers. A lot of the writers would love to have their original shit go on screen. It's the people who it's the networks because they're like, oh, it doesn't already have a fan base? We're not gonna fund it. And you're like, well, you used to. Why do you not do this anymore?
There was a time everybody gambled on somebody's new idea, their new story or something.
And that's how we got.
And guess what? Those became the greatest things ever that we're now readapting over and over.
Yeah. 100%. And like, it's okay to adapt books. It's okay to adapt books, especially like if books have like a big fan fan following. That's fine as long as you're faithful to the books. You little shit.
Have to hold up a fucking gun to them or something.
So annoying.
That's what Henry Cavill had to do for like The Witcher. He had to like basically threaten them.
Yeah.
But
I also find like they're going back to The Witcher. My biggest pet peeve with this was, so Henry did the 3 seasons, right? In the books, I haven't finished all the books, but a big spoiler at end of the spoiler for those of you who haven't read, the spoiler that I found out is that, do you mind me saying it, Danny? Do you mind me saying the spoiler?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Geralt dies at some point. And the story continues on with Ciri. Because she's the main character, not Geralt. Geralt is like her father figure. It's all about like Geralt and Ciri's relationship and then him dying.
Everybody just obsesses over Geralt though.
Because he's the cool gruff dude. Anyway, the fact is, in the books, in the OG source material, Geralt, like, I think passes away or something happens to him. And Ciri, it's a story of Ciri then becoming an adult on her own. Without her father figure who saved her life, etc., all of that. And I'm like,
taught her all the Witcher stuff.
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, oh, great, perfect. Okay, you have a female lead who is cool. Wow. She can fight. She has magic. She's got ancient elven blood. She went through trauma, and now she can go through more trauma. She's the center of the universe. She's a magical princess, basically, who has to. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is the diversity, like this is the literal like girl boss era that we live in.
I'm actually now just processing now what you were saying earlier about like how Slavic writing, they have to go through fucking 50 chapters worth of world building
Yeah.
until they actually get to the real story.
So yeah, the real story was Ciri, and I'm like, okay, great. Now you and Henry have disagreements. Okay, you have disagreements. This happens. Just kill off his character. It's canon by the books. Just kill him off earlier. Just be like, okay, he dies in here. And especially nowadays in TV series, sudden death is actually a good tactic. People talk about it because they don't expect it, right? And then you have Ciri as the main character dealing with the death of Geralt, and leaving of Henry. There is no, what was it called? Walmart Geralt that comes over to take his place.
Walmart Geralt.
Just kill him kill him at the end of season 3 in a spectacular fashion, make it sudden, make it unexpected, and then have the half of season 4 of Ciri dealing with the fact that Geralt's dead. Leave Yennefer. Like, Yennefer is also dealing with the fact that Geralt's dead, and maybe keep her as the mother figure. I don't know. If you're changing the story, change it at least according to, like, the book beats, and then you'll be fine. And I'm like, I genuinely expected them to do this. I expected them to kill off Geralt and then just continue Ciri's story. I would have watched it then. I would have been like, yeah, okay, it's a new book, it's a completely new story, but I like Ciri as a character. I like Yennefer as a character. I'm interested in watching this story. But what they did was they took Walmart Geralt and said, hey, Walmart Geralt, stay alive.
Hey guys, it's me, Walmart Geralt.
Yeah, and like film the last 2 seasons. I'm like, it's so jarring. Don't do that. Just kill the character off. But they were afraid that a lot of misogynistic fanboys, which there is a lot of in the Witcher fandom. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that.
I will not lie. There are quite a few.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like, Henry himself is not a misogynist, but there's a lot of misogynistic fanboys of Henry Cavill specifically who are obsessed with him. And, if he would have left the show, they were afraid they might lose people.
Kind of odd how obsessed they are.
Yeah, and then I'm like...
a little questionable.
Yeah, if they I mean, Henry Cavill is a supreme being. I mean, my boyfriend is extremely...
he's a handsome man.
I'm gonna tell you this. My boyfriend is extremely straight, but he has told me Henry Cavill is the only man he would, like, go by for. And he is not lying. He is not lying.
King.
He is not lying. He's like 100% yes.
Yeah, I'll let him fuck my ass.
Basically.
I'll suck his dick.
You know about this. You know about this, Joe. You know about this, Joe. Sam's been talking about this fact. Henry Cavill is his OP, which I'm like, I respect, so I get it. The worship is real. However, like, I'm sure Henry would have been fine. Like, if he disagreed with the way it went, he would have said, just kill off my character. Because then Geralt can have an epic ending. He can leave. Henry can still be Geralt in the minds of all the fanboys. He's now gone from the show, but he will be remembered in peace and good memory. By hiring someone else, you're just pissing off everybody. Like, it's the worst move they can make. And I sat there, I was like, all you had to do was kill him. And also, it's not even that hard. The world is deadly and dangerous. Just kill him.
He's lived for, like, how many years?
And it's not that. He has escaped death so many times. Just have one of the story beats him not escape death. Done. It's believable. They're like, oh, but when you think about it, how can we make it believable? I'm like, in the world of The Witcher, it's believable. He can fucking die.
Everybody fucking dies in this world.
He's not a superhero. He basically, like, he fights
He's the closest thing to a superhero is the thing.
Oh, yeah. No, but, like, he fights his way out of things through, like, tooth and nail and, like, barely surviving a lot of shit. Like, it's not, like, what I meant is, like, when you have Superman and you're like, okay, we need to kill Superman, but he's super, how the fuck do we kill him? Here, you're like, no, this dude is powerful, he's immune to magic, he is strong, but he's still just a dude. You can kill him. It's doable. And so I was livid because of that, because I'm like, I would have made that decision. Then Henry is happy now working on Warhammer stuff, because he always wanted to.
Yep, he's always wanted to.
Then the Netflix is happy because they don't have to pay the exorbitant amounts that Henry wanted, and they don't have to hire a new person. They can just keep the same cast. The writers can be happy because they can completely spin the story into a drama as much as they like. Everybody would have been happy. Yeah, they might have lost a little bit of viewership, but it wouldn't have dropped from like 80% satisfaction to 20% satisfaction on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? It would not have been such a big drop. It would have been a smaller drop, but a drop nonetheless, yeah. But at least it wouldn't be that much of an issue. Fucking hell. I'm just so mad because I'm like, it was a simple thing. Just pull a Game of Thrones. Just kill him. Fuck.
You're just so upset about it.
I'm probably still gonna watch it later. I'm not watching it out of principle now to not give them the ratings, but I'll watch it like when their ratings counter is out, like off. I'll watch it then. Because I'm just witness
yo ho ho the 7 C's. Come on.
Yeah, or yo ho ho the 7 C's to see like the complete like destruction of this fandom.
Watch it just all come to an end.
Yeah, because actually, I'm not gonna lie, the way they did the magic was interesting. My parents loved the Witcher when I showed them the first 2 seasons because it was a unique way of explaining magic, unique way of like the elf story and like how Ciri is a weapon and you know they're designed to destroy humanity. The elves aren't like we're all wise, all immortal. They're fucking bitter. They're like, yo, you people shut up on our planet.
Yeah.
You destroyed it. Fuck you and the horse you rode
literally
in on.
committed genocide of our
Yeah.
people.
And also, you know what? We're all powerful elves that lived in this planet before, and simply because the planets like merged, like convergence happens, you fucking little quicklings showed up in our planet and started fucking us. You know what? We're gonna make a weapon. Who's gonna nuke y'all by summoning the Wild Hunt? Like I'm like, this is a brilliant plot point. Just do it. Like this is great. Like and the magic that they did and the music was great. And I'm like, the costumes were fantastic. The acting was a little bit wooded, but a lot of the actors, apart from Henry, were new actors. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You need to start somewhere. And it was going really well, which is why it really upset me because I'm like, I would have continued watching their story if they didn't do this shit with Geralt. Just kill him.
They couldn't let him go. They just can't let him go. He's so popular. He's the poster boy.
Yeah. At this point, you know what would have been better? They killed Geralt. It's like, hi, my name is Harold. I'm Geralt's long-lost brother. I'm like, I would have taken that.
Just change his name. Just change his name.
Fucking make him another Witcher who shows up. Like, what? I'm sorry. I'm so angry.
You have. It's honestly no. This is a reasonable crash out right now.
Having a full-blown crash out. Oh, God.
Honestly, this is very reasonable.
Okay, I'm fine.
I've honestly, I love these types of crash outs too.
One thing I'm gonna say, season 2, the stuff that they added that wasn't in the books, that I'm gonna give the show credit, okay? I'm giving the show credit here. They added this whole new thing about the witch in the woods, the Baba Yaga, whatever. I don't know if you've seen it. Like that whole part where Ciri and Yennefer were trying to go to this, like, they needed to find this mother of all or mother of death, who was in the woods. And she was heavily inspired by Baba Yaga, who is, like, my childhood folk story villain of all time that I always heard as a kid from all of the childhood stories. And they did it justice. Like, they even did the whole, like, the wooden hut on chicken legs and the fact that you had to, like, say a magic spell for it to turn around and open the door to you. And the spell was a literal translation from the Russian, like, from the Slavic nursery rhyme. And I was like, this is all according to the OG mythology lore. Did they take it from the books? No, they wrote it in. And I was like, you know what? This is good. To the point where you don't know whether it was in the original material or not. That's how you know you added a good plot point. And you know what? For that one thing, I'm gonna give it to them. But that is one thing. They fucked it.
Oh no.
And like, to be fair,
God.
that whole like Mother of Death story wasn't in the books, but it was a good story and it fit in the world. And I'm like, yeah, this, add it, fucking add it. I'm happy. Do it.
Oh, God, there's so much disappointment with so much like just adaptations that they're doing lately.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, nowadays somebody says, "Oh no, we're adapting the TV series or books." I'm like, ooh, not again. Like, why would you remake? Why would you remake Harry Potter?
We're going through this again. Okay, you guys wanted a quick cash grab. Got it.
No,
That's
but
all
why?
this is about.
Why would you remake Harry Potter? It was perfect.
Why did they remake Harry Potter?
I
That was the
don't
weirdest
know.
thing when I heard about that.
I don't know.
I feel like the movies are actually like still actually they hold up still well.
And
to
they're
this day, I
okay.
feel.
The movies, I understand. They did like the movies. In my opinion, is a perfect adaptation. I understand that a TV show would have gotten a lot more nuance and details that was in the books, because I'm a big books fan, right? And in the books, of course, there's a lot more scenes that explain some certain situations that happened in the movies. If you read the books, you can watch the movies and, you know, make up all of the stuff that was missing because you read the books, and you're like, I understand this scene now because I read the books, that, you know, I know what happened. For those of the people who haven't read the books, it might be a little confusing, but it's still held up, right? And I get it, because in the movie you have 2.5 hours, and you have, a 600-page book that you gotta squeeze in there. And you're like, that's why Deathly Hallows had two movies for him.
It's
but,
so
like,
weird.
Like, I get it. So I get what they cut, but they didn't add anything, like, stuff that makes no sense, that you're like, oh, the writer clearly wanted to have their own spin on something, and they put it in there. That never happened. Everything, like, was by the books, okay? And, like, I get it. If you want to remake and do, like, a longer TV series to make sure that's faithful by the books to give more detail, if the movies were bad, like Percy Jackson, okay? I'm gonna put it there. Percy Jackson, I've not seen the
Oh
Apple
God.
adaptation, but I heard that it was actually pretty good by the people who were obsessed with the books, because I follow book talk, okay? I know what's up. But like the movies were horrible. And somebody's like,
I
we're
saw
yeah.
one of those movies. I walked out of that
I've
shit.
seen
Oh my
those
God.
movies and they were disgusting. I watch them simply be like I watch people. There's this channel that like watches old nostalgic films. Nostalgia Critic, that's the guy. I watch Nostalgia
Yeah.
Critic watch it and then rip it apart. And like the only way I watch these movies, or like I've never seen Twilight. The only reason I know about Twilight is because I watch Nostalgia Critic's episodes on Twilight. So you kind of see like clips from it, and he tells you the story, but he makes fun of it so hard. He rips it apart, and it's the only way I can watch them while laughing. But the new Percy Jackson TV series, I hear, are actually quite good. Like according to the books, they did fix a lot of things, and you're like, okay,
The TV series.
yes,
Okay.
on Disney Plus. So I heard like
Mm.
if the movies were bad, and you want to make a TV series, that's fine. You're basically doing a fix it. That's okay. That's allowed. But if the movies were legendary, anything you do is gonna be worse. Why bother? You're just gonna waste money. I love how Joe was like, those films don't exist. The Disney adaptation is good, and the author's involved. Yeah.
I feel so bad for like the actors too that are in the new one, like the
Oh,
kids
God, yeah.
especially, because they have to live up to this fucking legacy.
And
that
they're
was
not
created.
gonna. They're just not gonna. There are certain things you don't touch. Lord of the Rings, that's why Rings of Power did so badly. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. You just do not touch those two legendary things. And the Star Wars trilogy. They still poke at it, but you're not supposed to touch them.
They poke it. They keep poking it. They're like,
You're not supposed to touch them.
We could still do it. We can still keep it going. Come
Okay,
on.
no, sorry, those three and Indiana Jones. These are the four nostalgic 90s, early 2000s legendary movies. You do not touch.
I heard the video game for the Indiana Jones is not bad.
Well, no, making a video game based on a movie is a different thing. That usually works out sometimes quite well. It's making movies based on video games. The other way it doesn't work. But what I find is actually I'm a big fan of The Mummy, right? So the one with Tom Cruise, which one? There's no Mummy with Tom Cruise. And the number 3 Mummy where
oh God, I love those movies so much.
yeah, Rachel Weisz is not in the third one, so to me it doesn't exist. It's not canon. But I heard they're gonna make a Mummy movie with Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser, and it's gonna be like, I don't know what it's gonna be, but they're basically they're canceling.
They're doing another one?
Yeah, but they're canceling the 3rd and the 4th movie. They don't exist in the universe, and they're getting the original actors back. And I'm like,
I'm just, oh my God, that's gonna feel kind of a little bit jarring because like Brendan Fraser, my God, he has changed so much.
yeah, but I think what they're doing, they're probably gonna do like, oh, we're the older, like they're gonna appear as cameos and they're gonna make a new story or something. But it's more because like, Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz were like my kid. They were my kid crush. It was the time when I realized I'm probably bi because I'm like, they're both hot. No, what do I do? They're too hot for me, too cool, too mythical, too great, and funny, and charming. I hate their kid, but I love the two of them. The kid's annoying.
But fuck that kid.
No, the kid was supposed to, that's the thing. I like it when a kid is, you hate the kid for being annoying, but he's supposed to be annoying.
It's always a kid, though.
Yeah, but it's like, I hate it when in a movie the kid is supposed to be charming, but he's annoying, and I'm like, that's not the effect you're having. But if the kid is supposed to be annoying, you kind of love to hate him, because you're like, yeah, the movie makes us, like, it's the point, we're supposed to hate him. They just made them different back in the 2000s and 90s, because, like, it's not nostalgia. Because I rewatched them after, like, 10 years of not watching it, and it still holds up as a good movie. And you're just like, no, it's not nostalgic glasses. It's genuinely a good film that holds up.
Also, the 70s Lord of the Rings animated film, oh my God, I have not thought about that in forever.
I've not seen
Garrettson.
it.
Have you not seen it?
No.
That is a trip of a movie to watch, I am not gonna lie.
I heard it's more faithful to the books, but...
It is very faithful, but it's also just, like, it's very trippy to watch. It's very trippy.
Was it most of the shit in the 70s, though?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah. It was.
It's something.
It's the whole scene with like the dragon and everything too. Oh my God.
My mind is going around places.
I don't know. This is going around places. We're going around.
Hey, that's fine. That's perfect. Side rants. Side rants is what you live with. But yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Mm.
You gotta sit down and watch it. It's something. It's something. I bet. I was thinking about watching The Iron Giant lately because one of my friends had never seen it before.
It's such a good fucking film.
I love that movie so much, and I have actually two friends right now. They've never seen it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm making a movie night.
It was such a to me that is the OG like underrated, under the radar best like film like early 2000s. Was it early 2000s? Is it Don Bluth?
It's early. It's Don Bluth. No, I don't remember who.
Who's the animator?
Who animated Iron?
Yeah, because when I watched it, it was such a like I don't really watch like
1999. Yeah.
99. So like on the cusp of the millennium. I never watched like anything set in like the modern world. I always watch like fantasy.
A Warner Brothers film.
Yeah, with that kind of style, but it's like it's the animator who like the actual storyboarder. But it's not just that; it's the concept, the animation, the characters' reactions.
Oh my god! I've never actually looked this fucking up before.
What?
This is hitting me hard right now.
What?
Vin Diesel was the Iron Giant.
Does he even have any lines?
Yes, he does. Technically, a few of them. I want to be Superman.
Oh shit! Really, Vin Diesel? Okay, that just makes it even better. That makes it even better.
That's actually funny because that actually makes sense too because he was Groot as well in Galaxy.
I did not know that. Holy shit! Okay, he has a type.
I did not know that. He's a fucking huge ass nerd.
I just imagine his like casting choice for Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, oh no, I've already played a tall, mechanistic, non-talking creature, and I've done a great job. Here's my CV, and they're just like, oh hey, doing great.
You literally did one of the classic like heart-throbbing ones. Literally the Iron Giant.
Yeah. Okay, you're in, man. Like, we know you, Vin. We know you. But also, you have experience in the exact same role of a slightly different type. Let's go.
That is a movie that, like, made me cry as a kid over over a giant robot, too.
Yeah. I feel like it was also an interesting commentary on, like, the modern world, and it still holds up. And to me, I think the difference was I find in a lot of unfortunately bad like animation and adaptation, whenever it has to do with like, oh, kids are going to do something, the adults feel like, are they just stupid, or why are the adults' reactions so like mediocre? Like every time I see something like Riverdale or, you know, any kind of teen show, I'm like, yeah, or like what was it?
Because adults are ignorant.
Or like Teen Wolf, and I'm like, yo, your kids are being ripped apart in the school and dying, and the adults are like, meh. It's the fucking Twilight syndrome where the adults are just retarded. Sorry, but at least in the Iron Giant, the adult people had reasonable adult reactions to things. Like the military was immediately, oh, it's made of metal and it moves, shoot it. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And then the guy who was like, the mom who was the artist was also like very confused. But then, you know, it was like, I really liked I forgot his name, but the guy who played the artist. Yeah, when he saw the giant, he's hot. But like the idea of like he was the midlife crisis / depression in a person, and his reactions were just so fucking real that I was like, yeah, man, I believe it.
It's like, okay, at first he's scared of it because, of course, giant robot. Why would you not be scared initially?
Yeah.
And then it's slowly he starts warming up to it and he just goes like, oh, you know, I don't really care anymore.
He's like, you know what? Fuck it. It's the fuck it. Whatever. Cool. A metal giant. Let's go.
I've already gone through enough in my life. You know what? This doesn't really change anything.
And I feel like it's the turtleneck and the coffee and just the whole like unkempt look. It was a style, okay?
The dude was a vibe.
He was
That's
a vibe.
why he gets memed about so much.
Yeah.
It's art!
Yeah. And I feel like the facial expressions, they weren't afraid to make them like goofy, and they didn't have to be pretty. Like that's my one problem with shoujo anime, because some of it is got like really good storylines. Problem is they can't make characters ugly, and I'm like, or Disney can't make characters ugly if they're like the main characters, and I'm like, it's okay, it's animation, do it, bitch.
Just a little ugly. Come on, we're all a little ugly every once in a while.
Yeah, we can't be we can't have the face card 24/7, you know.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah. I don't understand the new
Oh,
gen alpha, is it? The new gen alphaisms? The brain rots? I
the
see some of it,
Zoomers.
but I feel like, you know, like back in the day when you had like an idea of like, this is dope, dude, and then like a boomer would say dope, and you're like, no! And it's, I feel like gen alpha is the same when we're just like, we say bussin', and they're like, stop!
Bussin'.
Or something like that. You just sit there. I feel like an old woman trying to keep up with the young slang, and I feel like I sometimes use some of it, but only very rarely. And when I do say it, I feel the cringe because I'm like, I'm too old for this.
I say it mostly because I want people to cringe. I
Uh,
know it's
I
stupid.
do it accidentally, and I cringe because I'm like, oh, why did I use that? That's a Gen Alpha thing. I should not say that.
It's never accidental for me. I meant to say it,
I
and
should
I
say
know
I
I
should.
wanted to make you
My
suffer
gen,
to do
my
it.
gen is supposed to go tubular, extreme.
Rizzler, come on, guys, get your gats out for the Rizzler.
Ugh. But like, ugh. But it's more like I feel like I understand it because I do watch YouTube, not TikTok.
67, 67.
What is that? What does that have to do with anything? What is
It's a
67?
TikTok thing.
But what is it?
They just say 67.
What's the reference?
To a TikTok video, I think.
Oh, because like for me, my reference for this kind of shit is Vine. Like I say, I dropped my croissant, or like 21,
Croissant?
or like 21,
21.
like this kind of shit. Like
Did you
people
hear
who saw.
the Vine's coming back though?
No, I didn't hear. What do you mean it's coming back?
They actually announced the what was it? The former owner of Twitter has now gotten rights to Vine, and he wants
Yes!
to reestablish
Oh
it
my god.
back.
To the point where I think Vine is the only thing where it came out when I was teen and I had access to the internet, so I was there when it came out, and I was there when it died, and it felt like
Honestly,
an entire
I'm
life.
actually kind of excited for it, not gonna lie.
I get my Vine fix by going on YouTube and watching Vine compilations. And I feel like the TikTok, like, this is the thing. The Vines always had an original video where it was funny, because the whole 21, you're like, what does it come from? And like, in the original video, the guy asks like a math question, and the kid answers wrong, and he says it like with such a confidence, like, 21, and you're like, okay, that is a good reference. Or like, drop my croissant. You're like, where's that come from? Oh, it comes from the fact that a dude got spooked. Like, there is a context. In TikTok, I find sometimes there is no context. And I'm like, but why is it viral then? If there is no, there has to be. The whole point of it is that if you know, because you know the inside joke. But if you don't, like, and I'm like, so what is the inside joke? They're like, there is none, it's just a number. And you're like, oh, that's anticlimactic. What's the point then? What's the point of having this inside joke when there is no joke?
That's the point though. There is no joke. That's the joke.
That's a lame ass joke. Because it's okay to do it once. It's not okay to do it to everything.
That's the thing. It's all about irony nowadays. Everything's ironic. No one's serious.
Yeah, but it's not even irony. It's not even good irony.
No, it's not even good irony.
Because I think the definition of irony back when I studied English literature was the fact that
you know the definition of irony? Oh my
Well,
god.
not the textbook, not the textbook definition, but like the whole idea of irony is something happens, and then another event happens that is usually almost identical or a reflection of the first one. But like, for example, the irony is the people involved don't realize it, and you're like, oh, well, this is ironic. You are in the same situation, but you don't realize it. That's irony. Or it's like different people in the same situation, and the people who were in the first situation tried to warn them and it didn't work. And I'm like, well, that's ironic. This is irony. Not like, nothing is serious. That is not irony.
No.
That's not the definition of irony. It's called something else. It's probably called something, but it's just not irony.
It's probably called something. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Just
memes. We can't stand your memes anymore. We're 30 years old. We're confused now, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I'm just upset now.
I miss the OG memes. You know, the actual ones that were on like 9gag, or what was it? The little troll face.
9gag.
Yeah, that shit.
I've forgotten all about that shit. Oh my god.
Hey, hello Astra. How you doing? But yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, man. I swear 9gag is like, I used to go on 9gag to find the freshest memes, and now I thankfully have Gabe to shitpost the memes to me. He's the shitpost express. I just go into the meme channel in our Discord. Do you know how many of them I reposted to Sam, and Sam reposted into... Oh, hello! Welcome.
Oh, hello, Raiders. Welcome.
Give it a second.
Bro, you were playing Peak. Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah, Peak. I hear people talk about Peak, but I don't know. I don't like co-op games for co-op games' sake. I enjoy co-op games with a mission.
You don't like Friend Slop?
No, I don't like Friend Slop. I enjoy like Phasmo is not Friend Slop because there's actual game going on. Like there's things happening.
I feel like that's kind of Friend Slop.
It is, but like Overcooked, there is literally levels and things to do, but you just do it with friends.
Okay, but Overcooked is actually like that's actually a really good game. That's
what I mean. That's what I mean. I like that. Like shit like Friend Slop, like Party Animals and stuff. I don't know. I played it once or twice and I'm like, not into it.
I don't know. There's like so many like I always make the joke of like I say Friend Slop mostly because it's just a game that I feel like I'm going to be playing only when people ask me to play it with them.
Yes!
And that's pretty much
you never play it on your
I'll
own.
ever play it.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I'll never care to.
Let me just say hello to the Raiders. Hello everyone. Most of you don't know me, but I'm a Elven Ranger bilingual VTuber. Variety VTuber. I stream all sorts of shit. Mostly Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. I stream in Russian and in English. I do D&D on this channel, TTRPGs, all sorts of RPGs and random shit. I have 12 unfinished games that I'm in the middle of. And I do every Friday, we do the Ranger Roundtable where I invite one of my friendos, VTuber or no VTuber. So far it's been VTubers. And we just chat.
Привет. Привет.
Sorry, they're playing a music segment in my chat.
Привет.
They need the sound alert. So today's guest is Danni. Some of you might know him. Introduce yourself again, Danni.
Oh my god, hello, I am Danni. I am the zombie boy. I know I don't look like a boy right now, but I am a boy. I like to build Gunpla. Like I've been starting to get into miniature painting, and I've mostly played retro games or tabletop games.
Yes, Danny's a femboy.
Yes, I am a femboy. I wear thigh highs. I got the programmer socks.
Yes, he's got the programmer socks. Yeah, I feel like you're just gender fluid,
I post my ass on Twitter all the time.
Yes, you do. There's so much thighs on Twitter, bro. There's so much thighs.
I say that as I actually did post my ass on Twitter today.
What? I missed that post. I need to go check it out.
Do you want to see it?
Send it on Discord. Send it on Discord. Where is it?
Okay, hold
on. Or like forward it. I need to see it, man.
Now you gotta see it. Listen. I work hard on my ass, okay? I actually worked hard.
Yeah.
I've been doing fucking a shit ton of squats, Pilates. I've been working hard.
Dude, I'm
proud of my ass.
Yes, proud of your Let me know. Check it out. I know this is a. So for those of you who are like, what is this talk show about? A random shit. Damn, boy.
It's random shit.
Then some cakes.
Oh yeah. I told you I work hard.
And of course there's a meme, the stress balls. Nice, boy. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, I'm hypnotized. I'm hypnotized by the ass.
I'll give you my Pilates routine if you ever want.
It's okay. I have a problem. I have too much gat. I need to make less.
Listen, that is not a problem. Too much gat? No,
I mean, dude. I mean, you've seen when we were in Portugal together. You've seen me, man.
You've seen
the level of gat.
Beautiful, girl.
Exactly, but I can't have any more. If I have any more, it'll just simply unbalance my body, and I won't be able to walk. I need to stop.
Listen, you don't need to walk.
Yeah, already when I wear tights, I have to have a skirt covering up my ass, because otherwise my boyfriend cannot function in the house. Like, he will just get distracted. And I understand, it's gorgeous. Thankfully, I can't see it because I'm, it's behind me. But I don't go on the street like that. Cars will crash, bro. I need to wear to cover up. That's a problem.
You can't.
So
how are you gonna go back to? How are you gonna go back to the? Fucking. Are you gonna go back to Jordan ever again if you have one that big?
No, it's fine. I just cover up.
No,
it's all about dressing.
Exactly.
I know how to dress completely covering all of my assets. I can look very nondescript.
Actually, can I show you one more thing too? Since we brought up Twitter now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I made another post recently on Twitter because I got my commission back today.
Yeah, I might have seen it, but
I commissioned some art, and boom, there it is.
Yes, gorgeous. Who's the artist? Is it on VGen or?
Yep, it was on VGen. Their name is Harinshu.
Oh, cool. Was it a scab or was it a?
No, it was on VGen.
No, but what I mean is like VGen does scab-like stuff.
Oh yeah. I just commissioned them. They said they would do like bust up, and I was like, I don't have a pose idea, you can just do whatever you have in your mind and just go for
Yeah,
it
yeah. I
when you
noticed
see
like
it.
a lot of VGen would do that. Like, I've done quite a few things on VGen that was
Yeah.
much cheaper, and I was like,
It,
yeah, I'm gonna use it for
it's
VTubing.
just
Just do something. This is the vibe. You're the expert. I'm just gonna sit here. I'll take whatever.
I have so that's kind of what I find nice about like Skeb whenever I do
Uh-huh.
use it is just like I can just tell them like, hey, this is the vibe I technically kind of just want. Try to just go for that. And then most of the time I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have to think too hard about exactly what I want. Maybe sometimes I'll have like a clear picture of what it is I exactly want sometimes.
Yeah, but then you
But
just you send them the references and stuff. Pinterest is
yeah,
really good
exactly.
with that. Just send them Pinterest references. When I do any
I've never
drawing,
used Pinterest.
so when I do any drawing, or I use Pinterest mostly to find new nail art ideas, because I run out of like nail art stuff. But then I use Pinterest when I do my art streams. Of like, right, I need to look for, because it's better than Google, because Google comes up with a bunch of random shit, but Pinterest does come up with like other people's drawings, and I feel like it's a lot more. It's just a better image search engine for me, at least. But with Pinterest, I usually go for like, okay, I need to get like 18th century lace frock blue, and it gives me a bunch of options that are much better than Google, because Google will
What does
like dig
that
them up from
look like?
blogs and shit.
What?
And I'm like, oh great. Or like, Pinterest is really good at like how to do shading in digital art, or Procreate shading, and there's like image by image explanation of how to do it, and I'm like, perfect, self-taught, let's go. And I put it on the
Oh,
side as I draw. Like, I can't recommend Pinterest enough. It does
are
have
you
some
just
AI on it, but it's really obvious like when you see it. Like,
yeah?
it's like,
Are you just like frustrated by this era that we live in now, where you have to like constantly debate like, is this AI or is this real?
no, I can always tell if it's AI.
No,
There's an
it's
uncanny
actually I
valley
don't know.
vibe to it that I'm like,
There's
yeah, it's AI. That's fine.
there's some AI art that I've been noticing lately where it's like it's starting to get a bit difficult. I feel.
I feel
I
like
don't know.
if you're like, is this AI or is it not? If the fact that you asked this question is like, it's probably AI. And if you don't even ask this question and you realize it's AI, it means it's really good AI, and then it passed as normal. So then there's nothing you can do.
hmm Which like I don't I noticed like one video. It was like this weird video with this cat where this cat is just like meowing at another one behind a door, and then they open the door, and then they
Does it
like
look like it's a weird
it.
webcam thing? Because there's a new like AI generator that only does it like from like house door
It
cameras and
looks like
stuff.
kind of like a not a webcam. No, it literally just looks like somebody was recording it on their phone or something
No, but
like
that's what
that.
I mean. These are
Of
like,
this,
or like, what is it, Sora, or what is it called? There's like an AI generated video thing that is based off of like, it looks like somebody opens the door. One of those like compilations of like Amazon delivery drivers throwing the parcel like crazy, and it starts like that, and then there's like a giant cat that blows a hole in the wall, or a cat is ringing the doorbell and it gets swept away by a hurricane, like some
it
weird
looks
shit. Then you're
so
like, it's
real for like a
clearly
second.
AI. Yeah, it looks real for a second, but
It's
then you're like, nah, it's AI.
I don't know.
Um,
I feel like that's sort of
yeah,
like the sign that it's like eventually this is going to become way too real
yeah.
and it's going to get scary. I don't
Having
know.
to explain, I had to explain this to my mom. My mom found like a swimsuit on Temu, and she was like, "I want this
Oh,
swimsuit," but the problem is Temu doesn't deliver to Jordan. I'm like, "Count yourself blessed, woman." Um,
honestly,
and I was
fuck
trying to
Timu. I've
find,
gotten
yeah,
fucked
I was
so many
trying
times on Timu.
to find an swimsuit that looks the same to my mom on like not on Temu, and I couldn't, and I didn't know why. And then I realized that was AI.
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, Mom, it doesn't exist. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, go to a shop and find a swimsuit you like. You can't trust anything on the internet, mother. Not anymore.
Everything on the internet's a lie now. This is what the internet age is becoming. I feel slowly, and it's something that's been like kind of like kind of scares me a little bit. Is like okay, now we all got to put our faces online for the government to have. We all got to have make sure our identities are public now, and then we got to have like questioning what's real and what's not because everything could be AI or something.
I mean, it's true, but like my point of
Ugh.
view on it is scary, but like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Nothing.
You just gotta let the
Unfortunately,
gamble, the inner
unfortunately,
gambler in you.
governments control everything from banking to your job to your rent to your life. You can't
You know
just say
what? I
no.
think
I'm
it's
not gonna do that. Then the government says, well, then fuck you, get out of the country. And then imagine
I
if all
think
the countries are doing it. What the fuck you gonna do? Live in the woods? You can't even do that anymore. You can't go off the grid in the woods anymore. There's no off the grid.
Well, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time for a real cyberpunk dystopia. I think it's time we rise up like Johnny Silverhand told us to.
Hey, listen,
It's
I'm
time
not
to
a leader.
burn
I'm
them
a
down.
follower. I'm not a leader. I'm a follower. So this is something I'm curious. You know those
What?
personality tests? Have you ever had to do one for like an interview for a job or some shit like the MBTI
No,
tests?
I've never
Um,
done that.
so there's these like MBTI tests where they can tell you like what's the type of personality you have. I don't remember the exact combination of letters I have. I think there's like 24 different personality types.
I don't know how I feel about doing one if I was asked to do one.
Yeah, but basically, I am definitely what I realized in my entire life. I am not a leader, okay? But I'm also not a blind follower. My position in any kind of game, work, situation is called the either the secretary or the vanguard because there's I always like to find one person who has enough charisma and balls and not giving a fuck and the leader attitude, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna make you successful. You have an idea, I'm gonna make it happen. You have something, as long as I don't have to be the face, I will do it, okay? I'll make it real, but you take all the responsibility if it fails. Bye. And I just go and do it. Or like, you tell me where we're going and I'm gonna make it happen. That's how I work. And so I realized I can't ever run my own lab, like my own science lab, because then I would have to be the leader. My best position is to find a smart leader who I can, I know enough to find somebody who I believe in and want to follow, and then be like, right, you have dreams, you have aspirations, you have goals. Thank you. I'll make them real. Just tell me what to do. Like, tell me what you want, and I'll make it happen. And I usually do. And
Tell
everybody's
me
like,
what
wow,
you want.
you're such a great second in command. I'm like, exactly. But I actually do the majority of the work. But I enjoy that. I enjoy like I really hate coming up with ideas, but I enjoy if somebody has an idea. I'm like, how do I make that work? How do I make it happen? What is the process? Okay, we start here and go here. How do we get from point A to point B? I
Okay,
love problem
okay,
solving. That's my favorite thing to do.
okay, Natalie. I need you to help me. I need you to get me famous. All right,
Okay.
all right.
Yes, 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 sir. Let's go.
I gotta start playing with the big. I gotta go up there. I gotta start playing with Iron Mouse. Okay.
Mm. Well, first of all, you need to start singing. What I found to
Okay.
be like
Oh fuck.
the majority of VTubers who are like famous of any kind, most of them sing, including Iron Mouse. There's
Most
always,
of them.
yeah, most of
There's
them actually.
some that don't though.
But it's a very few percentage of the very famous ones. Even the ones who weren't singers at the beginning always do like covers or anything. So you gotta
Honestly,
do
it's
that.
probably a sign that I need to work on my voice.
You also need to get into voice acting. So here you go, there you go. Comments that I've
Oh
noticed.
fuck.
I'm not gonna do this shit because that sounds like too much work. But giving advice for what I noticed. I'm kidding. No, but for real though, like that's my personality, and because of that, like I realize now the kind of job, like my career progression is kind of wrong. Like I need to swap to where my main job is. Somebody gives me a problem and I go solve it, and then they leave me the fuck alone. They don't ask me to fix the world or anything. They just say, we have this particular problem, can you fix it? And I'm like, yes, okay, on it. What about you? What's your like
Mine.
kind of personality in this aspect, like a general preference?
If I had to say my general personality, I feel like typically I'm pretty like a loner, but it's like I feel like I'm kind of like a machine sometimes. Whereas like if I'm given a task, you tell me to do something very specifically, I will do that task no matter what. I will try to get it done. Yeah, like every like I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'm kind of like a robot where I need like a listing of like each thing that I need to do in like an order. Like I
Okay.
can't have like too complicated or I have too much like freedom on my own,
Okay. No, that's because it's
or else I
interesting
just
because
get
a lot
very
of people are like,
confused.
oh, like, I find this culture of you have to be a leader all the time. Like, no, because if you have too many leaders, nothing will ever get fucking done. You need to have somebody who, like, takes the vision and makes it happen. And then that person
Yeah,
cannot work alone because
I
my
I
job is somebody has a problem, right? And then I'm like, okay, right, this is the problem. Now, how do we solve it? These are these possibilities, right? This is the single pathway. This is pathway. This is something to try. And then I need people to help me to actually make it happen because I don't have time to do all of those options on my own. And so I delegate to people I trust, like, hey, I've designed this protocol. I've designed this problem solving thing. I don't know if it'll work, but this is one of them that could. Here you go. Detailed thing to do. I trust you. Go do it. I have 5 other people I
mhm.
need to, it's kind of like a manager position, but not the CEO. Do you know what I mean?
It's like I think yeah. I think for me it's like whenever I'm trying to do like content or like my streams or anything,
Mm.
a lot of times it's like I'm trying to go off of like what I know about like what other people have already done and basically try to like mimic that in my own way and somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. I
It's
find
really
that
difficult
hard
for me.
actually. I
Yeah.
honestly, hot take, hot hag take here, hot ranger take
Yes.
on this ranger roundtable. I don't know. If somebody's already done it, I lose interest.
Hmm.
Because I'm like, well, if
I think
somebody's already done it, like, why bother? They've done it. And like, you know, doing something like I see somebody like I've seen one thing I did like I've seen a YouTube video where this American who's
I
never
think I
left
had
America.
that like that similar idea, like
Yeah,
feeling, or yeah.
I just find like I've never really like I see other people play games, right? And I'm like, oh, I should play that game. But then actually my instinctual reaction isn't, oh, FOMO, everybody's playing this game, I should play it. My instinctual reaction is I can watch other people's like streams, and if I like it, I'm gonna play it. But if I don't like it, I don't care how popular it is, I'm not gonna play it. Like, I don't care if everybody and their mom is playing it, I'm not gonna play it. Like, you know, you're not gonna force me to do it. I think I may be too, like, not giving a fuck what the trend is. I just do what I want, and that's a problem, because I don't follow trends. Like, Clair Obscur is the only game that I follow the trend on because I really, really like the game. And that's the only reason. But I guess,
No,
yeah.
when it comes to like games, no, specifically, like if I'm not interested in a game at all, no, I'm not gonna fucking do it. I don't care about the trends on that. It's like other trends though, like with memes or something like that, or social media trends. Then I'm okay with that kind of. I
Yeah.
can do that.
No, I'm a boomer. I'm like, if I look through social media feeds, but I will, like, I don't like to post.
With like the internet, with the internet, what I've learned right now is like a big way to kind of like help yourself grow a lot. It's kind of just regurgitating everything you see everyone else doing a lot of
But that's
times.
so boring, though.
I know. It kind of is sometimes, but
But like,
I've figured out ways to make it
it has
fun.
no uniqueness. I don't like it.
Because nothing's unique. Everything's already been done.
Yeah, but you can be creative when you do it.
No, nothing's original.
Fuck, you can be creative though.
Everything
I
is
believe
not
in you.
original.
I believe in you. You can be creative. No, but
I think I can be
yeah.
creative actually. I have actually had a lot of really creative ideas. My honestly, the thing I struggle with so much that I hate a lot is a lot of the like ideas I have and a lot of the projects that I'm trying to work on, they require so much time, and they require so much time for me to do off stream or in my own like free time whenever I can. It's like trying to like set up a campaign and stuff like that. That takes time. You have to sit down and just do it. You
Yeah,
can't just
yeah.
have it ready
No,
already.
I feel you 100%. Like, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Sometimes, like, yeah, no, that I feel like time is like the highest commodity in the world right now. It's not even
time
money.
is so
It's
difficult.
time. I don't know how it
hard to find
happened.
time for stuff.
I already hit 30, and I'm like, how? Where did my 20s go? What happened?
Time is going by so quickly lately, and it's really bothering me.
Yeah,
I'm
like
what's happening?
in my brain, because of the way like Russian life expectancy is, I'm like, okay, 60 is probably when I'm gonna die. I'm like halfway through my life, man. And then Sam was like, you're not gonna die at 60. I'm like, how do you know? I know my biology. I know the life expectancy, the way I eat and drink, bro. 60.
I don't know.
Day.
It's fuck. Like I think I was surprised. Well, I've been constantly keep getting like surprising myself when I remember it's like, oh yeah, I've been VTubing for 3 years. I've been doing it for 3 years. Wait, what?
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I've just been doing this for like a year and a half or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What do you mean I've been around for a while now? Everybody's calling me old. What?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I find, but I think the reason why I don't really like, I have VTuber friends, I think, and those friends, I like to stream with them, I like to play with them, I like to raid into them and watch the streams for a bit. But again, I don't have time to watch other people's streams, which I find is really like shitty. But when I raid, I always say, okay, at least 15 minutes, at least I sit there, unless it's like 2 a.m. or something. And then like that's how I watch other people's stream. I raid in, I sit there for a bit, I chat to them, and then I leave. And I don't really like watch other people's streams on my own because I just find it's hard, okay? But the worst thing, like, one thing I notice a lot of VTubers are like, they start and then they quit because they're like, oh no, I'm not growing as quickly. I don't watch other people, so I have no idea how quickly they're growing, so I don't give a fuck. So this is great. Blissful ignorance. You're just enjoying yourself, you know? That's kind of how you do it. And that's why you don't compare yourself to anybody, because you're like,
I'm horrible with that. I constantly compare myself all the time to people.
Yeah. I've just realized that, like, I I tried being like serious with like social media and posts and everything, and it lasted 4 days, not even a week. And after that, I burned out. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Honestly, I have a stressful enough job. I'm stressed enough in IRL as I am. Streaming is enjoyable for me. I'm just gonna do this for fun.
The moment you turn this into a job, then it's gonna start burning you out.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
I think it was kind of the same for me. I don't know. I've been trying to get more relaxed with it a little bit, mostly just with like streaming specifically.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like sometimes I still kind of treat it like it's a job or something I have to go to.
I find, yeah. I mean, maybe like sometimes I get really like I had a few streams. I think when I did my emulator building, I think that was literally my most popular stream, my most popular YouTube video for some reason. When I was building a mini. And I was honestly, I got like 3 raids in, and there were at least 20 people in chat, and they were all talking. I felt overwhelmed. I was like, I don't like this many people in my chat. Maybe it's because I got used to having like, okay, I have around 4 regulars.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, 4 regulars.
So that I get excited. I'm like, yes, people are watching me. I get more energy from that.
No, I get more energy, but because of my ADHD, I want to talk to all the chat, but I'm also doing something with my hands, and I get like, there is this certain, I think 12 is a good number. Any more than 12 is like active. You know, like some people raid in and they just lurk. That's fine. But if you have active chatters, any more than like 10 or 12 is overwhelming to me, because I'm trying to keep up with the conversations, and I want to see what they're talking to, if they're talking to each other in chat. I want to see that. But I'm also like playing a video game, and I'm like, okay, y'all need to slow down. I need to read the chat. You need to slow down. And I can't imagine having people like 500 people with at least 100 people active in chat. Like, that sounds crazy to me.
They're not gonna read it.
That's just crazy to me. And so, like, maybe it's because I've been so long with like 4 to 6 people where I can for sure follow that easily and play a video game and to go on a side rant, that when more people suddenly happen, it excites me, but also it like confuses me. I'm like, what are you all doing here? Did you get lost?
I don't know.
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
I think it's like my Discord kind of scares me sometimes, though, because it's like I notice more and more people are like joining the Discord, and I get really worried sometimes because I'm like, oh god, what if I get somebody weird? What if I get somebody fucking like an asshole or something?
See, this is perfect. Have a dead Discord like I do. It's just for notifications. No, because the reason I have my Discord the way it is, my Tatsu bot doesn't actually work. So anybody who joins, I have to add them, and that's good because if they're a bot, I can just kick them and they don't have access to any of the text channels, which is great. Now, one thing I found is because my sort of Russian audience, they don't use Twitter, they don't use TikTok, they don't use any of that shit. They use Telegram, and I don't want to have yet another social network I'm going to ignore. So I just say, hey, if you want notifications that are not Twitch, that are like YouTube, for example, and you're having problems with notifications, you can join the Discord, and then you'll see the schedule on there. Like in Russian and in English, and you'll know which streams are happening, right? And so you get a quicker notification via Discord. So that is literally the only reason I have the Discord, is for people to share, like somebody's like, oh, hey, can I put some art on there? Not of you, just art. I'm like, yeah, cool. Or like, can I share a video or music with you? I'm like, yeah, there's a channel for that. The text channels, they're not there. It's only announcements and sharing memes, which is what a friend's Discord's supposed to be like. But yeah. That's kind of...
Oh.
And I find like it's not overwhelming, because if anything ever gets posted, I'm like, oh shit, there's a post on my Discord.
I find it funny. We're talking about like our Discord servers, and I'm looking over to my server real quick, and I see in the mods chat you accidentally posted your going live message in the
I'm
mods
sorry.
chat.
I'm sorry. Because I was reading your mods chat and I went to the wrong one.
It's funny.
I'll forward it in promo.
Everybody was having a serious conversation, and then, hey, we're going live.
Well, okay, I'll just forward it to that one, and then I'll delete it. There you go.
That's funny.
No, it's because like, man.
No, you're fine though. You did nothing wrong though.
I'm sorry.
Although you did go mute though on Discord.
God damn it! I said I'm sorry. I don't know why it does that. It like mutes me.
I know.
this Discord's being a bit of a bitch. Maybe because I need to restart it, or something, or it's because I'm streaming, so my Discord's on stream mode or some shit. I don't know. Where is the mods chat again? I want to remove it. Damn it, where are the mods? Can you just delete that post? That's fine. Anyway, yeah, I kind of, like, I thought like promote yourself thing in other people's Discord channels is useless because like I post
No.
it, you do it, it doesn't work. I sometimes rate some like I go through my promote yourself and see if they're still streaming after me, and I'm like I'll raid them then. But like that's yeah. But although
I don't know.
yeah, I did have.
I don't think anybody really looks into it.
I
Honestly,
did have like 2 people come to my stream that were new, and I was like, "How'd you?" Because I'm curious. I'm like, "How'd you find out about my stream?" It's like, "Oh, you saw you posted and promote yourself in this Discord channel." I was like, "What? You actually read the promote yourself thing? Wow. Okay. Pleasantly surprised." So it works sometimes, but not usually. I do it just because, like, I don't know. It's a thing you do. Just like it's a thing. Like, my only posts on social media are like reposts of other people, and I'm live with this thing. Come watch me, maybe. I also do like
watch me, please.
Yeah, I also do like stream recap of like I rated into this person, especially if they're new, and I'm like basically say what we did. That's it. Like I don't have as much energy to interact with social media.
Honestly, fucking the big thing that like helps you like grow with like being as a streamer, a lot of it really comes down to like marketing is what I've learned.
Yeah, and I hate marketing
people,
stuff.
I've seen people who have like the same like skills that you have and everything. The only difference is that they are super fucking good at marketing. They leveled that stat out to max.
Yeah. I'm the type, I don't know. I'm the type that's like if people find me organically, that's great. I think, but it all comes from literally laziness. It's the I've seen Yomi's videos on how to do it.
I don't think it's laziness. I think you're not lazy. You're just really tired. You only got so much energy to like put into.
And it's more of like it's the I think my problem is, and if this is why I can't do most jobs. If I don't think something is important, I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Oh god, I feel that so
And so like in my opinion, like I think like social media to me, like I read it sometimes, like you know, you doom scroll on the toilet, but that's about it. Like I don't use it for marketing or publicity or some shit like that. I don't think it's that important. Like the people who want to find you, they will find you. Like at least in my work, that's kind of like the thing I work in is so niche that like the stuff I publish or the stuff I do, people who are genuinely interested in it are the only ones who will appreciate it. It's not for general public consumption. So I'm like, you know what? What's the point of marketing if it's not for general public consumption, if it's for a specific tiny group of people? And so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, that's why I never really bothered with it, because in my, like, the way my brain and work everyday condition is, the people who want this, they're gonna find this, and I hope they don't, because I'm just doing this for myself. Like, I don't need anybody else, leave me alone. Which is completely counterproductive to marketing, right? Marketing, the whole point of it, you want to reach as many different avenues as you can.
You want to reach as many people as possible.
Which
advertising on as many ways.
I don't know. I find like maybe it's just me. I like to have a little like breakfast club, like a little club of people. Very few certain individuals who like me.
That's absolutely valid. That's you just doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah, who I like I like a certain group of VTubers who know other people. Like if somebody comes and says, "Hey, I was on Sheriff's stream and I saw you post in Sheriff's Discord and I want to talk to you." I'm like, "Hey, if you're friends with Sheriff, you're a great person." Like I was like, "Okay, Sheriff approved. Sheriff approved you." Or like somebody said, "Hey, I know Danny." I'm like, "Okay, Danny approved you. You're a good dude or like good gal. You could be in my chat." It's more like people who are completely randos. I'm like, wait, but how are you here? Who'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Are you a rando? I don't like randos in my chat.
Who the fuck are you? I don't know. I've gotten more easier with just like, honestly, there's some times where I feel like it's perfectly okay just to ban somebody just on vibes alone. Even if they've never broken a rule.
I've done that twice because I've gotten like clear children in chat, and I was like, nah. The way I find out is like
you.
Yeah, no, I'm very cordial, but when I find like it's just children with whom you're having a cordial conversation and they can't follow, especially I find it's really easy to weed out children in your chat. Because
it's like they talk a certain way.
Yeah.
Like the Zoomer jokes that they constantly.
It's not even the Zoomer jokes. It's the fact that like you're having a conversation. You ask them a question, they answer it, then they ask a random one, then they like you answer it, then they don't. There isn't a flow of thought. It's just random marbles thrown on the floor, and I'm like, right, it can't be this level of ADHD. Must be a TikTok kid. Ban. But usually, like I don't usually ban people just for saying things. I give them like 2 strikes. 1 strike if they say something either, like, I never had anything too horrible, but if they say something inappropriate or make a joke I don't like, I mention, like, hey, we don't do this on this channel, please don't do this. If they do it again, insta-ban. Instaban. But I give them
Hell
the
yeah.
one chance. I'm like, sometimes, because like I don't really do a lot of say so stuff, What was it, say so or no? Sus stuff.
Say so, yeah. Say so.
Is it the sexy or is it the non-sexy?
That say so, it means it's like safe. It's not
Okay,
sexy.
no, I don't do. I'm not
That's
safe.
safe for work.
I'm for sure not safe for work, but I'm also not very lewd. I'm somewhere in a weird zone where I swear a lot, but
You're just yourself.
yeah, but there's certain things where I'm like, nah, this is why, like, this isn't the type of channel to do this. But I'm also not like, I'm gonna say shoot or gosh darn it, I'm gonna swear like a sailor. So I'm in a kind of limbo where I personally believe that, when they're like, oh, only 18 plus just for swearing, I'm like, kids at school swear worse than me. So if you're 16, you should be okay with that. I don't have enough, like, nudity or adult themes to warrant an 18 plus. So if I get somebody who's like, oh, I'm 17, I just say, like, alright, on Discord you're not getting the adult tag, but you can stay on this channel as long as it's, like, not a nudity-based game. Because, 17, 16 is fine. And also, I don't do any... There's no, like, parasocial shit that and you see some VTubers do, like, I don't know, lewd promotions and stuff, which is perfectly fine. Like, they do say, like, 18 plus only chat, only stream. But I know somebody on Twitter who they do, like, oh, this is how I ban children on my stream immediately without giving them a chance to talk. In my case, I like politely say, this is, we're gonna cover some adult themes and they're gonna be swearing. You've been warned. There's no lewd shit in this, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I find, like, I give a chance, and then if they break the rules again, after I mentioned it specifically, insta-ban.
No, yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. It's just...
It's easy.
Yeah, I just find, like, at 16, I wanted to, like... I was reading, like, young adult novels have, like, dark themes. Dark themes are fine, as long as you're, like, that's okay. It's more like outright pornography is not okay.
No. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. VTubing space is weird.
Yeah, I think I'm getting so sleepy. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I get it. We've been talking for almost 3 hours now. So let's do last wrap up. We're sort of looking through chat, but if chat has anything, feel free to write in. If not, do you have any, like, last topic you want to chat about before we sort of wrap this up?
Last topic?
Maybe a follow-up on something we haven't finished, or...
Oh, fuck, no, I really can't think. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine if you're blanking. I'm sort of putting you on the spot here.
No, I'm just so sleepy.
Yeah.
Because I had a long day at work. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Question. I was asked this.
Yes.
Do you actually read any, like, fiction books or web novels? Not comics, but, like, web novels.
Web novels.
Or books on their own. Do you have, like, a favorite book series?
Favorite book series? I did love... I actually need to look at my bookshelf real quick.
Oh, no, there you go. Look at your bookshelf.
Yeah, I actually do. I mean, I have the whole, like, Game of Thrones series. I have, like, a lot of comic books, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but, like, comic books are a different thing. I meant, like, more, like, novels.
Novels, full books. I think, like, Dune was one of my big favorite ones.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And, let's see. Oh, God. I have the old, yeah, there's these old D&D books that I have here. Hold on.
Old D&D books?
Yeah, these are, like, old Dungeons and Dragons books I still have, and I really enjoy reading them, just because they're such really just, like, classic, very simple Dungeons and Dragons stories.
Oh, so, like...
Dragons of Winter Night, Dragons of Autumn Twilight I have. Dragons, yeah, these are, like, literally the traditional, Dungeons and Dragons books that, like, the, like, 5th edition is actually based on.
I did not read any of them. All I know is, like, there's, like, some characters that recur with, Wizards of the Coast, because they, like, wrote them from books, and they sometimes involve them in their, like, one-shots or anything. Because they're, like, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, these are stories that are written by Wizards of the Coast,
Yeah. Like, I know of that they exist, I've just never read a single one of them.
Dragonlance. These are Dragonlance series books.
Yeah. I heard of them.
Yeah, I have these.
Yeah.
Those are one of my favorite ones to go through, occasionally.
Yeah, I've, my bookshelf, I do have Game of Thrones, but not the complete one. I have a lot of digital books, like Kindle is, my Kindle is crazy, but, like, physical books, I guess I have all of the World of Warcraft books, all of the Dragon Age
Oh,
books. I have a lot of
I'm
historical fiction that I still have from the time I used to work for like a charity shop, and I was in the book section sorting out their library.
I'm really thinking about
Yeah.
like getting into like the Warhammer books,
Oh
honestly.
my god, there's over like 100 plus of them.
I know there is, but some people have actually been recommending me specific books.
Oh yeah, there's some good. Yeah, yeah, you do need to borrow them because I don't read them, so you might as well get them. I bought them because I'm like I want to have this collection, so when I get to reading them, and I never got to reading them. But I also have
Mhm.
like these historical romance fiction books that I got from when I was working at a charity shop, and a lot of the time I'd like sort through books and I'd find it like a trilogy or a 5 book section, and I'm like, oh, I want to read this though, so I just buy it off of the charity shop and not even put it on the shelves. I just take it home because each book was like £1 because these were all donated. So I just leave like £5 for the charity shop, sort all the other books through this library, and just take them home. So I still have those.
Oh,
It's insane. And then obviously the majority of my bookshelf now is the Danmei, the Chinese gay romance stuff. That
oh god.
finally, no, but it's like I've been reading this on the web, like the really bad translations on the
Oh
web.
yeah, it actually reminds me. Actually, recently, I found out one of the people who watches me actually wrote me in one of their like big VTuber fan fictions with all their other
Oh,
VTuber friends.
nice. Yeah, that's when you know you made it. When you appear in someone else's fanfic, that's when you know
I'm
you're
like,
it.
hell
You're
yeah!
it.
They did a whole lewd ass scene with me.
Nice, nice. You know, which is weird. I don't actually feel comfortable about that with my character.
You don't feel you don't
No,
want to do that with your character?
no. I'm
Most
like, lewd scenes with everybody else are fine. I love consuming that content. I would love watching other VTubers I like in lewd scenes. Me? No. It's weird. I'm very repressed, I guess. It's just, I don't know. It's just something
you
like,
want to sit in the cuck chair. It's okay.
yeah, it's like it's okay to do sexy fan art, but I don't. You know when you like have fan art with another VTuber or with something else. I just strangely I do not feel comfortable with that, and I
For
don't
me,
know.
I just
I don't know why.
feel I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
why.
know why I feel completely detached from it. For
Yeah,
me,
maybe because
I just go, oh,
yeah,
it's art.
maybe because I'm so attached to Sylfania. It's like I don't know, it feels weird. So I never had any art of me done like that, and I've never requested any of it, and you know, so far it's not been a problem. I've never had to tell anyone please stop, I'm not comfortable with it. But I've now realized I am actually quite like when it comes to Sylfania, I am very asexual when it comes to her. Like flirting is okay, flirting is perfectly
Hmm.
fine, like you know, like I've been speaking up mostly because of Ava just doesn't know how to not flirt, so I got used to it. But I find like anything more like I don't know, just weird. Maybe because Sylfania is a big extension of me, and I don't see myself as a very not a just like a sensual person. That's the word. Like it's more about like the way
Yeah.
you dress, the way you behave. You know, I'm not that. I'm too like, hey, bro. I'm kind of too much like that. So
Hey, bro.
it would feel weird. I don't know. But again, but this is something interesting. It's not right or wrong. It's just what everybody's comfortable with, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And I
No.
find,
Yeah.
yeah,
For me, it's like I don't really feel anything when I see it. I just go like, oh, cool. That's actually sick.
yeah, because you do have some really good fan art.
Someone thought about me enough that they were like, yeah, we'll put you in this art.
Yeah,
It's sexual, and I'm
yeah.
like, okay, cool.
I've seen enough of your NSFW channel on Discord to know. I dig through that. That's good shit there. But that's what I mean.
Oh,
Like,
you dig through it, huh?
I told you I'm a consumer. I'm a consumer of content.
People post some raunchy stuff in there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It's good shit. Of course, definitely not at work. That would be weird.
No, that's why it's called NSFW.
Exactly. But what I mean is
Yes.
like this is what I mean. Like I would never put Sylfania in that position, but everybody else is free real estate. What was I saying? Yeah, so it's these Danmei BL novels because they finally there's just like one publisher that translates them in an actual readable format, and every book has like art inserts in it. So like somebody would
Hmm.
draw out a proper scene, and they have like beautiful covers, and I don't know they're also all satisfyingly the same height and the same size, and because it's the same publisher, they have like the same vibe to them. So having them on a bookshelf is just it's like having an entire series of like manga that are drawn in this from the same publisher like perfectly aligned, and it's not just one like you know one book series of 5 books. It's everything they make is exactly the same format, so it's just so satisfying. I can't wait till I have like a proper like bookshelf in the house because at the moment they're all in my desk table because they're the perfect
Hmm.
height of my like desk bookshelves. But if I have like
Hell
a
yeah.
bookshelf behind me, and I just imagine putting all these books up in a row, and it's just giving me these OCD tingles in my head right now. Already, the
All
anticipation
the OCD tingles.
of the perfection. Like, that's the only one I pre-buy books, because I'm like, I don't care, I'm probably gonna enjoy this. There is a 95% chance I will enjoy this, and only 5% chance it's not gonna be up my alley, so I'm just gonna pre-buy this and read it at some point. But yeah, awesome.
Oh my god.
This was a great chat. I think I like this wrap up of like the final few ideas to get us to the 3-hour mark. Do you want to quickly rate someone? Do you have anybody? I always ask the visitors if they have anybody they know from their sort of stream, like who's streaming that you know at the moment, who you followed, who you think would be cool to rate, so that I can
look,
you know, get a new person in.
Real quick. Who's up right now? Up right now. But I honestly, I had a lot of fun actually talking to you again. I feel like it's been forever since we've spoken to each other.
It has been. That's why I started doing these Ranger roundtables, to like meet new people, but also keep chatting with the people I always chat with. Because you know, sometimes without a game, just talking is okay.
Just talking's okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I want to try to invite more people just to like have shows, just to have times where I can just talk to them.
Danny, just do a talk show like I do. Just do a talk show.
Do a talk show. Oh
I'll come.
Everybody's doing a talk show though. That's not original.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care now, huh?
I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it because I want to meet people and force myself to do a collab every week. That's it.
Let's see. Is this... you know, how about I introduce you? Let's see, I was thinking about like a femboy, but now I'm like, nah, how about this guy? You know what, I got like one friend here. Got another Brit here.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna go see.
Yeah, send me Discord to raid, and I'll go over.
There we go. He's a good friend.
Cool.
He's currently streaming right now. I think he's like almost done with streaming, so like probably you don't have to hang out for very long.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
He's a cool dude. Very much love talking, hanging out with him whenever I can.
All right, we have a raid message if you want to copy that. Just give it a second to generate from Frosty Tools.
Raid message. Wait, get ready to copy. Oh, okay, it's generating. My bad.
Yeah, because it like looks through their content and then sometimes tries to adjust the raid message for it. I mean, Frosty Tools is alright. I mean, it's just a quick way. It's not really... I ask it to do it in, like, fantasy style. Yeah.
In the Hunger... What? Oh, okay, because they're playing... Oh, I think I know what it is.
It does two versions. One with my emotes and one with the general emotes. So, alright. Are we all ready to go? Thank you so much for coming, Danny. We should do this again.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do this again sometime.
Yeah, I'll get the next D&D session at some point. And, alright. Let's go raid. Bye-bye, everyone.
Let's go. Bye-bye.